welcome, everybody, to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for the fans, by the fans. And when I say the Panther fans, I mean y'all, these best Carolina Panther fans on the internet. If you would like to join, hit up that link that I've pinned at the top of the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. Join via Streamyard and be a part of the discussion that we have every Friday at 7 p.m. I appreciate all of you for spending your Friday evening here with us once again. And let's just jump right into it, man, because as always, there's Panther football to talk about. And if I'm going to do it on a Friday free-for-all, we're going to talk football with Panther Pickle. Pickle, how the hell are you, brother?
I'm doing good today. Doing real good. Had too much food the last couple days. That's not my fault. That is the result of too much bad football. Bad football make a fat man want to eat. So that's how it is.
Hey man, we all gained another 5, maybe 6 pounds. Over here in America, we just celebrated Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and we appreciate y'all and hope everybody is happy, healthy, blessed, highly favored, all that good stuff. That we wouldn't be doing a free-for-all without my man, the brand ambassador. We know him as Diesel Skills. Deez, what's up, brother?
Man, feeling good. Really happy about this Carolina Panthers team and really happy about all that great food I got to eat over Thanksgiving. I know Panthers fans are riding high with how we played against Kansas City, and going into this Bucs game at home, there's a lot of hopes going forward. And Carolina Panthers fans are thankful to see Bryce Young play such a good game and not look like Jamarcus Russell or a fantastic bust out there. So our hopes are high, and I hope everyone was thankful for their family and all the great food they got to eat. Maybe a little groggy still from the tryptophan, but wake up. It's time for a free-for-all, baby. Let's roll.
Let's roll, man. Happy to have you all recovering from the itis of the holiday weekend, man. We got to get over it. We got to get lively for a free-for-all. My man Jake the Snake is back on the free-for-all with me. Jake, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm having to roll when I move because I ate so much Thanksgiving food. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. But, yeah, I'm ready to talk football with you boys.
Let's do it, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. We appreciate you spending your time with us. But, gentlemen, wow, what a difference a few weeks will make, huh? Early in this season, we were all talking about, is Bryce Young a bust? Are we moving on from him after this year? Are we going to get Daniel Jones? How about Justin Fields? Hey, maybe we're going to draft a quarterback and go and grab Cam in the draft, Cam Ward. But, man, now everyone is talking like Bryce is once again the future of these Carolina Panthers. So, boys, my question is to y'all. How are you feeling about Bryce Young, and what do you attribute this change in his play with? Like, do you think this is a result of Dave Canales and his influence? Where is this confidence coming from in Bryce Young elevating his level of play so drastically? We also got Chad Morales on the free-for-all. Chad, what's up, brother? How are you, man?
I haven't been excited to watch a Panther game in a long time, so I'm ready for Sunday.
Yeah. So, boys, it's a free-for-all. Jump on it. What is it that you attribute Bryce Young's recent success to? Why is he playing so much better?
I think it was the setback. I think it was him being benched. I mean, think about it. Like, the kid has always been talented. There's been no question about that. His game film showed that in college. The problem is that it seems like he never really had a lot of adversity, and he never failed. And that could cause a lot of, I guess you could say, issues. So for him to know that the job isn't securely his and he having to pretty much fight for it. Now, granted, we don't know the situation with Andy Dalton and his thumb. Glad that his family's okay. But I mean, ultimately, he had to fight for his position back. So, but I mean, looking at the film, like that throw right there, I mean, that's
Just absurd.
you can't get better than that. I mean, that was just an unreal throw. And it just seems like a lot of his confidence is back because I think he's back to playing the style that he's used to.
If you
So
look at that play that just happened, that you just saw that they just played, that play right there.
But this is the one that I've been seeing the highlights of the most. It's Bryce rolling to his left a little bit,
right,
with a guy right in his face,
and
plants his face even with the pressure, and throws a beautiful bomb right over the top to Jatavion Sanders.
And give credit to Jatavion Sanders for catching that ball.
Oh, absolutely, man. Dude, Jatavion Sanders has already looked so good, but this is the throw you were talking about, Pickle.
Yeah. Yeah, and watch how fast that guy comes off the end on Moten. He just loses containment almost right away.
Well, we'll talk about Moten in a minute. My concern right now is just this level of play from Bryce Young. Because let's be real, this is not the Bryce Young that we were looking at earlier in the season. Like, this is the guy that we expected to be seeing last year. And yeah, maybe that was some folly on our part for expecting too much out of a rook. But the fact of the matter is, this is the guy that we were wanting to draft. This is the guy that was, methodical with the football, was able to take care of the football, was able to get the ball out of his hands, even with pressure in his face, not scared to push the football downfield. So all of these things is what we are wanting to see, but this is not what we were seeing earlier. Let me go to either D's or Jake here, whoever wants to jump in. Why do you think that he's playing so much better now, and what do you attribute that to?
I've talked about it many times here on the Free For All. I've talked about Dave Canales being a chef, and Dave Canales adding that spice to Bryce Young. That spice is called confidence, and continuing to put that in the pot and let it stir. He even spoke to that in his Monday presser. He talked about continuing to build the confidence of Bryce Young. We've got to remember this is an ongoing process. The heavy investment by Dan Morgan into the interior of this offensive line. We saw all the failures of Baker Mayfield, for example, here with a weak interior offensive line. We saw the struggles of a Sam Darnold coming off a team like the Jets, where all the sacks that he took, he was unable to perform here as well. We saw Bryce Young being rattled with 62 sacks given up last year, and starting off this season scared, jittery, leaving the pocket, not making the throws downfield. But now with an offensive line giving him top in the NFL like numbers as far as pass protection, he's able to step in and perform. He believes in the team around him. Some would say that this Dave Canales, he's convinced the team that, hey, guess what we're becoming? We're becoming us, as you said over and over. The players are starting to buy into the vision. It's taking some time, but everybody's starting to see that now. They're starting to believe in themselves and believe in their teammates, and now they're taking steps forward. We just want to see that growth continue and continue in the same direction. This game right here was what every Panthers fan needed, because we didn't know what direction we were going in the offseason. But if we can continue this trend forward and Dave Canales can continue to develop this this is us type culture, which is what he's working on, then all the boxes are really lining up for the Panthers in 2025.
And I want to just kind of piggyback real quick on, like, I know I said this, Pickle was there, and I don't know who else was there when I said it during the game, but I didn't give two, like, yeah, I would have loved the W, but I think that is going to be the game that we are all going to remember when this franchise got back on track. I truly believe that the way that team played with the lack of talent, and you went toe-to-toe with the two-time dynasty Kansas City Chiefs, says a lot. Now, let's hope that they do it against on Sunday and it stays consistent instead of, we don't want to take one step forward and two steps back, but I loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Good.
I think he has so much confidence in this offensive line that he's actually getting his confidence. I mean, we're starting to see a more vocal Bryce. I mean, even, players in the locker room said it. I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a drive, or after the drive, it came straight to the offensive line. He said that drive was all on y'all. Y'all did that. Y'all got the points. I mean, because our offensive line has played so well this year, and it's helped him. Because I mean, last year, I mean, my God, man, the dude looked like he could get almost murdered out there. How bad our offensive line was, and his confidence just whatever he had in Alabama just went right out the window. And this is the best month of football that we've seen in Bryce Young ever since we drafted him. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And as long as we continue, keep him having clean pockets, and he keeps having the confidence that he has in him right now, we should keep seeing a good Bryce Young, a good like what he's been putting up right now. I mean, those ain't bad numbers. And to be honest with you, he should have had at least 2 touchdowns because Tommy Tremble, in my personal opinion, he should have caught that. But if it was Jatavian Sanders, he would have caught it.
Yes,
That's
he
also
would.
Jake. You're right. Like there's the even the plays that are incomplete. Like he's putting them right in the basket for them to catch. Like it's right there for them. It's not like it was last year with Jonathan Mingo, against Tennessee, where it was I guess you could say a catchable ball, but the placement of the balls are. I mean, it is incredible how fast he's turned it around the last 3 weeks.
He really has turned it around, and I think that you have to give a ton of credit to Dave Canales too. Not even just his coaching. I mean, obviously the coaching goes without saying, and we've mentioned it on the free for all too. The insistence upon making Bryce earn this. And he even came out recently, and I feel like he said, what did he say? That Bryce, he's going to be week to week. That he's the starter right now, but if something were to happen going forward and the level of play falls off, then you're not going to continue to see Bryce. And I love that. And it's not any sort of hatred on Bryce, but I think that Bryce has played better with the fire lit under his ass. Nothing has been promised to him. I feel like he saw his entire future passing in front of his eyes, and he realized, man, if I don't shit or get off the pot, I'm going to be known as one of the most legendary busts of all time. Now, I will say this. If Bryce can continue to get better and continue to show out, then it's going to end up being one of the most incredible redemption stories that a young quarterback has ever gone through. Like I know very famously Peyton Manning threw a bunch of interceptions his rookie year. But, that would be like if Jamarcus Russell had turned it around and became an NFL quarterback, man. This Bryce Young story has an opportunity to be incredible. We don't know where it's going yet, but right now, he has looked a ton better, and that is undeniable. And I think a lot of that credit does have to go towards Dave Canales and his treatment of Bryce and this entire quarterback situation. Let me welcome in somebody to the show. You know him from the 704 Charlotte Bound show, Twan Don, back on the free for all. Twan, what's up, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on, everybody?
How you living, brother?
I'm good. Blessed.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro.
So you guys as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Let's talk about it. Bryce Young. Everybody knows that he hasn't early on been your favorite player, Twan. But what do you make of this performance now against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, in which we damn near won the thing?
All right, so I'm gonna tell my truth on this. I thought Bryce played a very, very good game. He looked more comfortable behind that line. That line gave him time to throw. He still got some stuff he's got to clean up on. But that's any quarterback. No quarterback's perfect. But it's one of the best games I've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
It was even better than the Green Bay game from last year because
I agree.
This game felt like he, like he really had a point out there. He wasn't just trying to survive. For me, and I don't know how further you guys gonna get into it. I really thought, that Dave Canales let that offense down on Sunday. I thought his play calling Like, look, man, if you're gonna trust Bryce, then trust him. I still don't think he trusts Bryce, and the way he was playing Sunday, he gave him every right to trust him. So trust him to go up the ball. He wasn't messing up. Trust him. I still think he's holding back on him.
Okay.
The only downside to Bryce for me still, other than the obvious, is two things. I want him to do it again.
Fair.
That's fair
more
enough.
Than fair. More than fair.
And he's not a scoring quarterback. He's awful in the red zone, man. But I think that has a lot more to do with Dan than him. But Bryce got a lot of yards, but he doesn't put up a lot of points. We was in the red zone so many times, bro. And something's going on down there. It's either him or it's Canales, and I can't figure out which one of them it is yet. But there's no problem. He has no problem over the last couple of games moving the ball up the field. Right. But that red zone is something's going on there, bro.
Yeah,
there was a couple. I was just gonna say real quick. There was a couple drops in the red zone where it should have been touchdown, and I will say that
people that he did throw the ball to that were dropping balls. You know what I'm saying? Because he was putting it on the money. I was thoroughly impressed. I'm gonna give it up when you need to give it up. I'm just not easily moved. But he played lights out. And my thing is, I don't care who it was. I don't give a shit that it was Kansas City. Because Kansas City, quite frankly, ain't been playing like Kansas City of old this year. But I don't care who's in front of him. I felt like he would have gave that same performance, whoever was in front of them on Sunday. Because that's just how it was, man. I just wanted to bring the win home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been great.
The red zone.
But I don't blame him, and I don't blame those players for not winning that game. I'm saying Dave Canales, but we all know Evero let that damn defense down, having them in a fucking zone all game, bro. He doesn't trust his defense.
Right.
I don't love a lot of the ways that this defense is called.
Right.
But I do think that Bryce, to your point, I think Bryce has gotten better in the red zone. He threw that beautiful touchdown pass to David Moore, and I'll probably bring up the all 22 highlights here as we're going through it since we're talking about it. But I agree with you. I haven't been in love with the play calling, but I also think there's an element of learning to gel, and I feel like how you were just talking about, Twan, like the play calling didn't say, "Hey Bryce, I trust you with the ball in your hands." I feel like this is a bit of a learning experience for both of them. Bryce is ascending, getting a little better, getting a little more confident. And I think that Canales, in learning the strengths of his offense, is also learning the best plays to call at the right time.
They're both rookies.
He's a rookie head coach, and they're both learning on the fly. And I do think that's a good point to make. Let me bring up my man from the Black Cat Panther Podcast, Poppin', back on the free for all. Pop, what up, brother?
What's going on, y'all? What's up with the
What up, Pop?
Y'all doing all right? What's up, Twan? How y'all doing?
Chilling. How you living, brother? Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro.
All right. You too, brother.
All right, man. Let's talk about it, bro. Come on. What you feel about Bryce? What do you attribute this turnaround to, Pop? Come on, man.
I know you heard me earlier this week. Played a great game. Nobody's perfect. He had a lot of time to study for this game. He definitely improved. My feelings haven't much changed about it, though. I'm glad he stepped his game up. But, this is 20-something games he's played. I'm glad to see that, he's improving. But he's got to do more. If this is the bar he set, I got to see he's going to be able to continue to play this well. Shout out to Canales for calling a good game. But yeah, there's still a lot of things to work on.
Well, how about this?
I'm not willing to say he's my franchise quarterback.
No, that's fine. And I think Pickle said it earlier too. We have to be able to continue to see consistency.
Right.
Like, we don't want this just once. We want to continue to see this. But like my thing is, this is not the Bryce Young that we saw earlier in the season. Like I was there at that Chargers game. I was there in person. And that stadium was flat the entire time. Every time the Panthers got the ball in their hands, you knew that we were DOA. Either Bryce was going to miss or they were going to run the football. It was just going to be bad. Pop, Twan, Chad, everybody in here. This is the first game where when the Panthers got the ball in their hands, I felt pretty fucking confident. I felt like Bryce got in his bag a little bit early. And for the most part, this offensive line did their business, man. Now, Chris Jones is a monster, as you can all see. He's in on every play damn near. But even in spite of that, Bryce was confident with the ball. He was decisive with the ball. And even right there on that touchdown pass, like, you know, we criticize him for lack of arm talent. But, bro, if he didn't zip that fucking thing, I don't know I don't know what football
He was throwing dimes.
Yeah, and this ball that Jatavion Sanders got injured on too, like that was a beautiful pass with pressure in his face. So, like, what is the confidence? Is it just the play calling? Was it the benching? Maybe there was something to the rumors of him being depressed about being dumped by the girlfriend or whatever, man. I don't know. Any opinion is welcome at this point.
I think it was all of that, Cody. I think all of it. Everything that you said was completely true. But this offensive line has been balling out this whole season. I have no complaints, even from the backups to the backups to the backups.
Yeah,
this offensive line has been in style. Has just pushed the bar, and nobody has dropped the ball. So there's nothing for me to mention about this offensive line other than our offensive line coach needs a reward. He has done the best job with this offensive line that I haven't seen in years. So shout out to him. He's not getting
credit. They spent some money.
Number two,
they have two offensive.
Yeah, I mean they actually spent some money, so that's what we're supposed to look like.
Yeah, they actually have two offensive line coaches.
Yeah.
One of them concentrates particularly on the center. That's all his job is, to do the center himself. And I credit him to a lot of reasons why our center position has improved greatly.
And I agree with Pop. Hey, go ahead, Pop.
My last thing, I'm going to be quiet for a little bit.
No, you good.
Pickle, I think you've mentioned this before. If you can play and it doesn't hurt the team, play. But if you're hurt and it hurts the team, you need to sit. And I hate to call this guy out. But XL, if you hurt and you can't perform, get out the game, bro. Because you're hurting the team when you're dropping dimes that are put in the bucket for you to catch.
Yeah.
We could have won that game, and I'm not blaming is able to get, but the ties would have changed if he would have caught that ball of the game.
Let me ask y'all this, and this is to everybody on the panel. These Chad, Jake, Pickle, everybody. Is there any doubt about XL with these drops? Like, for example, if y'all watch the Chargers, bro, Quentin Johnson for the Chargers, that dude cannot stop dropping footballs, bro. And I'm worried, it might not be to that degree yet with XL, but I'm worried that he's, having those really bad drops. Those bad drops at those bad moments. Is there any doubt in your mind? And again, I asked this knowing that he's a rookie and it's very early.
I was about to say,
do you have any doubts about his ability to be a number one wide receiver overall?
I'm gonna say something.
I am not worried about Xavier Legette at all.
Yeah, me either. Okay. I'm gonna say something quick. I'm gonna say something quick so I can get out.
All right, Twan, go ahead, Twan.
If we're gonna give other people the rookie pass, then we got to give it to him too.
You're right.
And
I said that. I said that before. If you're going to, I said that last year. I think it was last year. I said, if you're going to give Bryce the rookie pass, you got to give it to Mingo at the time. I said you got to give it to everybody else. You can't give one guy the rookie pass and not somebody else. Rookie from the first round to the seventh round.
I'd rather him fuck up his rookie year.
I do understand what you're saying, Pop.
That's what I'm saying. He put up 18. Yeah, he put up 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns in South Carolina, you need a surgery on your wrist. You should have went and got surgery. If you're hurt, just sit. Man,
I do agree. I do agree. And there's a thing, and maybe they're young and they don't realize it. There's a thing called don't volunteer information unless you have to. And that was one of the information he should have shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have told his coaches, maybe told the trainers. They would have all understood the situation, and life goes on. But I do like how during that draft drop he did.
What are you talking about, Pickle?
XL has a wrist injury. He had.
I'm saying, what did he say?
So
did he say something?
He came out in an interview.
He volunteered. He told the media that.
Well, yeah, he was doing an interview in his locker room, and he said that he had a hand injury going back from his time at South Carolina.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had never.
Oh man! So check this out.
Let me say this though.
Does he talk too much? Because wasn't he someone who leaked when he was getting picked?
Yeah. I remember.
Does XL talk too much
about XL? When it comes to hand surgery or no, bro, you have to catch that ball. It was right in your chest, man. Like even if your arm catch it, even if you don't do a full on hands catch, and he later on admitted and said as much that ball was just, it couldn't have been better thrown. Like he couldn't have walked downfield and handed it to him any better. Dude, hand injury or no hand injury, XL has to get better on those jobs, and it's been too consistent right now. Let me get in Jake, Chad, then I'm gonna introduce somebody into the show. Go ahead, Jake.
As one of the greatest football, actually, I'd say as two of the greatest football players to ever play in Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharp, you have to catch more than you drop, and that's all there is to it. You got to catch more balls than you drop. As long as you do that, you're gonna be fine, and that's exactly what they both said. So I'm not worried about it. Like y'all said, he's a rookie. He just got to catch more than he drops.
And the one thing, if I may say to Cody, you're showing some clips now. You can tell that that the tight end Sanders has honestly better receiving skills than Leggett has. But you can also tell. But I did like how XL. After the drop, he went to Bryce. He went to the coaches. He told folks, hey, that's on me. I need to do better. I like that part. I like it when you screw up, you own up to it, and you drive to get better. What I don't like is when a rookie screws up and says, well, if that ball was thrown right or there was better blocking, and they make up excuses about it.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear that.
That he owed up for
childish shit. Yeah, that's some childish shit. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, if you're going to hey, hold on, Pickle. If you're gonna throw, if somebody's gonna throw subtle jabs, do it with the love bomb, baby. Red Swarm with the C3 $4.99 says better quarterback. Aiden O'Connell, 23 of 35 for 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, or Bryce Young, 21 of 35.
Hey man, don't bite on that shit. Don't bite on it. Don't bite on it. Don't bite on that shit. Swarm trying to do it. Look, Swarm is a very clever dude when it comes to trying to divide motherfuckers on their same team.
Live, Swarm. Let us live.
Do not bite on that shit.
Get that Aiden O'Connell shit out of here, dog.
He really trying to get us a spark conversation with that shit.
I know. But, hey, look, man, the Kansas City Chiefs did not have a good performance today. And I think that's going to lead to a discussion later. Is our defensive line resurgent, or is that Chiefs O-line just boo-boo? Which I think that might be the case. But I don't know, man. Like looking at the clutch moments and how many throws Bryce had to make with pressure in his face, to me that was big time, man. Let me welcome somebody into the show. We got Dynasty King in the building. What's up, bro?
What up, big dog? How you feeling?
Oh, how you doing, brother, man? How you feeling?
Yeah, I was thinking about the game like a lot this week that we just had.
Yeah.
And I said he's set up for the perfect opportunity to show everybody that it wasn't just a flash in the pan.
Yes.
Against Tampa Bay and its Buccaneers defense. Because Baker's gonna come to kill just as much Patrick was trying to come to kill. And I think that I don't care what anybody say, any corporation you feel that did you wrong, anytime you get in a point where you can be petty as fuck, and we know Baker Mayfield is petty as fuck, he gonna get as much as he can get. And I got a feeling Bryce is gonna have to be pushed again because he's gonna have to sling that bitch. So he has an opportunity.
Yeah. Now, how do we feel about Bryce against this Tampa Bay defense, though? Because I feel like we've gone up against 3 big-time interior defensive linemen in a row, right? So first it was Dexter Lawrence, and I'm gonna be real. I'm a Clemson fan. I'll keep it a buck. For the most part, we shut down.
Unfortunately,
Dexter.
we know.
Yeah, Dexter. Yeah, I mean, Dexter. They shut him down, man. But Chris Jones, I feel like he kind of got the better of Robert Hunt, and even PFF didn't grade out Robert Hunt very, very good. So now we have another interior beast in Vita Vea, and I feel like so much of our ability to let Bryce continue to spread the ball around is, does he have a pocket to throw from? And that's going to be the matchup, our interior versus their defensive interior, and if we're going to be able to give Bryce time to fling that ball.
What's up, Mike? I am. I'm scared of. I'm scared of big Vita fettuccine cheese.
We had this conversation last week, brother.
Vita breaker.
I ain't get to talk to you about it. Pick up. Remind me. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And then we gotta get Diesel's skills here in a second. I want to hear Diesel's opinion on Xavier Leggett. Go ahead.
Yeah. Real quick. When we took on the Giants, people told me on here that we should be scared of and be concerned. Maybe they didn't use the word scared. Maybe they said we should be concerned with.
I remember that conversation.
And Lawrence, and I said I wasn't scared. We turned out to look pretty good against them, with them not really interfering in the game. Burns had 1 sack, but that happens. And then people told me last week that Chris Jones could tear up an offense. I said, well, our defense. And anyway, I see he could, but I don't think he will this one. And he had some pressures, but we handled them pretty well and succeeded. I just have faith. I have faith in our 3 interior linemen. That's where I have faith in. I have faith in our 3 interior linemen.
I remember the conversation. I think I said that Lawrence he's disruptive. He can cause havoc. I never said he was a sack getter. I just said that he's a nuisance. He's gonna get on your nerves.
But this year he has been a sack getter. He's got like 9 sacks on the season.
Well, he won't get no more.
And it's the same thing for Jones.
Yeah, he's out, right? He got hurt. Yeah.
Dislocated elbow.
Chris Jones is the same way. They're both disruptors. They're both can cause problems.
Right. But now
look
I'm also
at the before and after though. Look at the before and after, because either one of these defenses with these monsters on their interior last year would have had us looking like boo the fucking fool. A high school team on an NFL field. For the first time, there's progress, and we are connecting an NFL team. Yeah. And it's way different because those monsters was put at halt. And we was able to run over 100 yards. We was able to get the W's in most of those cases, except for Kansas City, which was right there on the edge. So it's like this offensive line has changed majorly everything about this team.
Yeah.
And I like Bryce. I'm going to put it on the offensive line.
Yeah, I like what Pop said earlier, too, man. We got depth on depth on depth on depth. Like, dude, we've had 3 different centers have to play for us this year, and neither one of them has given up a sack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not impressive. We don't ever get no cool shit like that, man. That's not something that happens to us very often. And I think that was another reason. That was another reason why I was confident when Bryce had the ball in his hand, because I was like, well, I know the offensive line's been playing good this entire year. It's like they're giving him time to this point. Chuba Hubbard has become a top 5 running back in the NFL from this offensive line.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's like I have no reason to not trust the big boys up front. Let me get Diesel skills, and then I'm going to introduce somebody these I brought up Xavier Leggett earlier. Are you concerned with the amount of drops, or is this just some rookie stuff that you think he has to iron through, maybe get a surgery? What do you make of Xavier Leggett, brother?
Not only is it some rookie stuff that he's working through, that was his first game playing in the X position. That's the first opportunity that he's had there. So yeah, he may have struggled a little bit, and he hasn't grown into a number one wide receiver yet. But I don't know that there's a lot of Panthers fans that would sit here and tell you they expect Xavier Leggett to be a wide receiver number one by the end of the season. I don't think most fans truly believe that. I think most fans know it's going to take a little more time for him to grow into that spot. And if he does actually become a true number one in the NFL and the Panthers, I mean, that's a great thing for us. I mean, honestly, if he's just a solid number two, we kind of win where we drafted him. So, no, I don't have any bad thoughts about Leggett. I mean, I am worried about that hand surgery. That seems a little uncommon. Maybe some other guys know if it's more often that receivers have that. But him playing through it just kind of shows his toughness. And he had nothing but apologies for Bryce about the drops, and he said it wouldn't happen again. And I believe the guy. So I think going forward, he's going to do better than what he has. And it's not like he's doing bad. He's still in the top 10 as far as receiving yards for rookie wide receivers. And we just need to be patient, give him time to grow, because just in the same way it's taking time for Bryce to catch on to this scheme, it's taking time for Leggett to catch on to the Dave Canales offensive scheme as well. But as long as the guys are coming together as a unit like we saw this past Sunday, I think going forward we're going to be okay, Cody.
Yeah, I do too.
Can I add one small thing to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It also, I think people don't understand, is when he was drafted, he wasn't forced into a number one receiver position like Coleman was, like Malik Neighbors was, like Marvin Harrison Jr. was. He was more like Jackson Enigma last year. We're going to put you in here with Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen, so we ain't got to rush you and make you a number one receiver right now. And as you see this year, Jackson Enigma is turning up. He's catching it. He's on it. He's ready. And I think that's basically what we're going to have. It's just going to look more like DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
When it comes about next year. It's just he wasn't given that range to have to develop that fast. So give him patience.
Hell yeah, I'm down with that. I like the idea that Canales, Bryce, and Xavier Leggett, all being rookies, are growing and getting used to the best ways. Yeah, to play and interact with one another. I think that's awesome.
Right.
All right, man.
Look, here. JT
is
here. We have a tight end, fellas.
Yes, sir. Oh, absolutely. How can I forget JT, right. Man? JT Sanders.
Well, that was a scary ass moment.
Oh, that was scary. But also the fact that he made some big time catches literally right before he almost got wrecked on that play. Hey, man, let me welcome him into the show. My man said Bryce ain't got shit compared to Aiden Connell. It's Red Swarm in the building. Swarm, what up, dude?
What's up, Cody Lack and the fellas? I gotta keep it spicy, brother. You know what I'm saying? So
I asked Red to pull up just to keep me humble.
Did. Yes, he did. Yeah, Pickle.
Yeah, man, you was right. There is one thing that Aiden Connell's got that he showed in this game today that Bryce couldn't do.
Yeah.
Aiden Connell had 3 or 4 passes batted down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fact.
Shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Pickle. That's just a bona fide fact. But I'll take the touchdowns he threw over the batted down passes, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you would, brother.
Yeah,
you're gonna never leave me speechless now. You're gonna never leave me speechless.
Hey, you know it's like a jar that you can't open. And then you're trying to get that bitch open, then you hand it to someone else and they pop it right off. Bro,
yes.
That's what the Panthers did to Kansas City, bro. We weakened them a little bit for the Raiders to be able to come.
I believe that. I believe that.
That's all that was, man. But Swarm, I mean,
our kicker didn't miss either.
Yeah, that's true.
The most accurate kicker in NFL history. Oh shit, what's up?
Yeah.
But Swarm, since I got you on the show, bro.
Yeah, bro.
One, happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. And
happy Thanksgiving to you, brothers, as well, man. I hope y'all had a great time.
Oh, we had a great one.
Before you give him props, can I kill him real quick? Because he came in with some.
You can try. You can try.
He came in here with this.
You can try.
All right, go ahead.
Ass stat Like them niggas got a running back or any kind of run game in the Raiders. Like this nigga can't do nothing
Swamp
but
said you
throw
could.
because that's the only offense they got is this nigga throwing to a tight because they ain't got no running game at all. Nobody runs the ball in Vegas. The running
So
game is done in Vegas.
you really wanted to use that to try to bring some heat to me? I would have you know that the Raiders have the lowest ranked rushing offense in the NFL. However, they went over 120 yards today on the Chiefs.
Cody,
What are
get
you
that rock
talking
ready.
about? What are you talking about, Mike?
Get that rock ready.
Now,
Oh, you know
the Raiders also
Ain't nothing
the
to say to
Raiders
me. I ain't got
also
nothing to say to that.
Yeah.
the
Rock
Raiders
ready.
also started a undrafted. I think it was a rookie running back they got off the practice squad,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he put up 64 yards on him on the ground. So they're
Yeah.
like scratching their heads. Saying, who the hell is this dude? So
Yeah.
They trying anybody to run right
Let
now.
them fight, Cody.
They got some cowboys and some niggas occasionally.
Yeah,
These
let us
niggas
let us
trying
fight a
to-
little bit.
It
I'll
worked,
whoop
bro.
his ass for you, Cody. Let me have him, Cody.
I mean,
Let me
hey
have
man,
him.
look, he's making
Let
some
me
good
have him,
points,
Jake.
though.
Let me have
He's
him, man.
making some
It'll be
good
fun.
points,
Yeah,
though, man.
y'all haven't learned yet. Y'all can't be going after Randy Moss Jr. like that. I done
You
told
know,
I
y'all.
mean, come on, man.
The damn Poppin trying to promote it.
you know, Poppin ain't nothing but a Don King. Don
Man,
King
man,
Jr.
Yes,
you
sir.
said
Yes, sir.
Poppin tight.
Hey,
I
but
mean,
Cody, on a serious note, I want to ask y'all this.
mhm.
Does that give y'all cause for concern? I mean, because I'm keep it all the way 100 with y'all. What I've been hearing all week is a tremendous amount of enthusiasm. I've heard some people openly admit that they saw y'all's game, a close game played with Kansas City, as a moral victory on Sunday. Does
It
this
wasn't for
water it
me.
down? Does this water it down any to see a team with a worse record than y'all, a team that y'all beat,
So well, I'm
play
gonna
them that
I'm gonna go.
well?
Hold on. Let me go first. I'm gonna let everybody speak for
Then I'm
themselves.
going next.
Yeah, I'm gonna let
So,
everybody speak
I
for
got
themselves.
three. I got three.
Man, they on your
I'm gonna let everybody respond.
Swamp.
So how I would
You know I
answer
was
that?
gonna do it, Greek.
How I would answer that, Swarm, is there is no way you're gonna tell me to not take this as a moral victory. I don't give a damn what the Raiders did or didn't do to the Chiefs. The fact that it's like I said earlier, Swarm, I was in the stadium when we took on the Chiefs in week 2. It was a home opener. That the team that I went and saw on that day was night and day different from the team that we just saw against the Kansas City Chiefs. We are the same people that have all been, almost assured that Bryce Young was nothing but an absolute bust up until this point. And now we're finally seeing signs of life from our young players, like Jatavion Sanders, like Xavier Lingard. We have an undrafted wide receiver in the form of Jalen Coker, who's been balling out of control. Adam Thielen has come back into the lineup. There is no reason for Panther fans to not feel some type of excited about what this team has the potential to be in the future, because now it makes everything clear. You need another free agency session to revamp your defense. You need another damn good draft. And the Panthers right now have 10 picks. Like, I know that we're not going to the playoffs this year, but when I see performances like that, it lets me know that there's something to build upon. So, yes, it's 100% a moral victory. I don't give a damn what the Raiders did to the Kansas City Chiefs today. That's my answer. I'll let whoever wants to go next.
All right. Is it a moral victory? Well, maybe a little bit, but not a whole lot for me. And I'm going to tell you why.
Thank you, Pickle. I can always count on you.
Yeah, today I saw the Raiders use a lot of what we did to Kansas City. Now, the Raiders have Scott Turner and his daddy sitting up there too as a consultant. Norv Turner. Them boys ain't stupid. They looked at film, they saw what the Panthers did, and they adapted it. That's just how it is. Now,
That's what they should do.
And that's NFL. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So, but to be honest, I think we're more talented. I think we have a brighter future right now than the Raiders have. And to me, I'm glad that I saw development. and that's all I'm looking for this year is development. I
Exactly.
see development, and that's what I like. I could tell you right now, the 5 offensive linemen we have starting are all under contract next year.
Yeah, I
And they
love
all
that.
look very good this
Yep.
year.
I love
So
that.
they're going to be here next year. I can tell you the tight end we have is a rookie, and he'll be here for at least 4 years, maybe probably longer.
And we're gonna get another one in the draft.
Yeah.
So
And we
I'll go.
should get a blocking tight end in the draft.
I'll go next. I'm not. I'm pretty sure everybody has been competitive somewhere, somehow, in something, whether it was Tetris or hide and go seek or video game, something. Everybody on here has been competitive at something. So I cannot accept a moral victory because at the end of the day, a loss is a loss to me. No matter how good I play, nothing feels better than a W, no matter who I play. So I can't accept the moral victory because when I look at the record, look at the scoreboard and it says we lost, I still feel bad. The participation trophy. I don't like that kind of stuff. I want to win, and that's the only thing I will accept as far as more victories. I don't see more victories.
I want to go out to Pop, man. So look, I agree with Pop and Cody and Pickle in these 3 senses. I don't really accept more victories either because I'm a competitor like that. I want to win. But I said at the beginning of the year, and Pickle remembers when I said I'm not looking for wins this year, so I wasn't upset that we didn't win. I was looking for improvement. The whole year was what I was going to be looking for is improvement. That team has shown me all kinds of improvement. They showed me that they're gelling together, and to me, in some ways, it looks like they're starting their own brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And one of the leaders of that brotherhood is going to be Robert Hunt. Because he's infectious with the way he plays, the way he talks, the way he celebrates, the way he daps guys up on the sideline, the way he goes, look, get up, we're going to do this or whatever. You need that type of cheerleader on your damn team, bro. You have to have it. And that dude that's going to lift you up. You also need that dog on your team that's going to be like, hey, Cody, you need to clean up. Or Torrin, you need to pickle in everybody's storm. You need to pick up. You're not playing your best, you know what I'm saying? Like that. But look, man, with Swarm on here, and the Swarm's been hate watching the team or whatever. Swarm, I guarantee you, Swarm won't lie when he says, "I see the Panthers coming, bro." We're gonna be in a situation in a couple of years, bro.
Yeah, it's a better team. I
Yeah.
see progress. I'm not gonna come on here and cap, man.
But I'm gonna
Well,
follow. More. I don't even look at. We're not even in the battle at all. Like we're not in the war. Like so, it's not a victory or no victory in this moment. We are literally we just hired architects. Dan Morton and Dave Canales, and this is literally them showing us the first baseline of this blueprint that they promised us they was gonna give us. And it looks good, but we have no confidence in this motherfucker standing for a long period of time. But the reason why I can't say nothing negative this week because I saw that boy make passes and make throws I've never seen him make before in the NFL. There were certain passes where I said, "How the fuck did he get it in there?" And I haven't said that since we drafted him.
Yeah.
At all. I've been like, yo, that was a good pass. That was a good one. But that was still like, how the fuck did he get that there?
Yeah. That touchdown
And
pass
that's
to
what
David
I
Moore.
said.
That touchdown pass to David Moore was
If
that
he
type
can
of
get
play.
consistent and he can focus on how to get, and I think Jonathan Brooks is part of his stimulus package to help him in the red zone. Because in Alabama, he had Jahmyr Gibbs, and that's what helped him in the red zone because he was always able to dump it off to him. And I think that's what the concept of Jonathan Brooks was, get another good, solid running back that he can drop it off to and make something happen to help him in the red zone. We are looking like an offensive problem and a defensive nightmare. Hopefully that changes. That little bullshit about how many sacks we got, they don't have any tackles, guys. Calm the fuck down. It's not fucking phenomenal to run over backups and actually think that we did something impressive. Calm
Okay.
down, guys. It was
So that was
backup
that was actually a question I was going to ask earlier, because our defensive line had 5 sacks. We looked good, like the best that we've looked in a long time. But you make a point. They had a bunch of backups, and they were injured all along that line.
I don't give a fuck. You play with who's in front of
They
you.
all look good.
Cody.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And
Cody.
it feels like DJ Wonnum has really helped this
Cody.
team
Yeah.
be more aggressive, getting after the quarterback. He's helped
Cody.
everybody get open.
Let's just celebrate
Cody.
those sacks. Let's just celebrate those sacks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Caleb Von Chason, whom y'all cut, had 1.5 sacks today against that offensive line in Kansas City.
I mean, ain't no use crying over spilled milk.
That's
man. I
nice.
can't even.
That's
Yeah,
a
man.
nice
You know what
sack.
I'm saying? Like, I can't even say
Chris
no shit.
Jones, I think that it helps him. Derek Brown is not here. I mean, I think people forget that Derek Brown,
Yeah,
our
that's
best
gonna be a
defensive
problem when he's
player,
back. I
is not
forget.
in the
Yeah,
building.
And the help
The
Sean
Panthers-
Robinson next to him too.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Panthers
Like that's
put
a
5
big
sacks.
difference. Look how the Rams look right now without Aaron Donald. Don't they look shitty? Like Saquon Barkley ran 255 yards on them niggas.
He did that to everybody.
He
does that to everybody.
he might be the offensive player of the year this year.
He
He
might
could be
be.
easily.
What the bottom line
What
though
did
is y'all.
Tyreek Hill just run all over their ass too?
Well,
man?
go ahead, Jake.
The bottom line is, as long as we keep developing our players, as long as our coach, our rookie head coach, keeps on developing, we can't
Yeah.
complain. Win, loss, whatever the hell it is. As long as we keep developing our players, rookies especially, and our head coach keeps on calling, he's developing himself. I mean, he is a rookie head coach. As long as we keep doing that, I can't complain. I just can't.
Yeah.
No, Mike McKay released a statement today talking that I guess in his interview today he gave talking about data analysts. The analysts come to him and talk to him about some plays that he could be making, and talk to him. He looked into it and he added him into the playbook, and there you go.
Yeah.
So
So where are these new plays though, Pickle? Because from my understanding and listening to Canales has said that he's quoted at least 2 different times that he hasn't even ran half of the plays in his playbook.
no.
What is he waiting for?
Yeah, what does that mean? Like, when
Yeah,
are
he
you-
said on the huddle.
What is he waiting for?
What?
Run them shits.
You know what? I think he's waiting on everybody to learn what he's already put out there, because some of these guys still don't know the playbooks like they need to. He talked about when Bryce, for example, if he calls a X route and Bryce sees a cover 2 instead of a cover 3, what do call if you see a cover 3 instead? And that's what Canales went into detail talking about. And because if Bryce goes out there to run a post route, and all of a sudden he sees them and they're a cover 2, but Bryce was taught to run a post route on a cover 3. So what do you do in a cover 2? Then Bryce has to know what to change the plays to, and everybody else has to know about
has
what
to
plays
be on
to
board.
run those.
Has to know.
Right.
They all have to be on the same game plan.
But the main thing, Twan, is the
Yeah,
reason why
exactly.
you would change why he hasn't went through his whole playbook yet is because depending on the team you're playing, depends on what you're gonna run.
Right. I know that. But
Situational football.
Right up.
But also he don't
So
have his
listen.
weapons. You gotta understand this offseason, Deontay Johnson was supposed to be there to help him run this playbook. So he had someone that he gave this playbook to at the very beginning and started drilling in his head. This is supposed to be my guy I can run these plays with. When he booked it, then Adam Thielen goes down. Then we go on the Croker, undrafted rookie, Xavier Leggett, rookie. We really don't have the veteranship to start doing the rest
No,
of
that's
the
not true,
playbook.
Mike. Mike, you still, Mike. Listen, that's one of the things I kept saying. Man, look, I trust these young guys. Look. Some people are gonna learn the playbook quicker than others. Anyway, that's just how it is. So why not just start letting those guys learn early? Look, there's no way nobody's gonna learn the playbook together all at once, because some players ain't gonna pick it up as fast as others. So why don't you just go ahead and start running the plays now and seeing what you got? You know what I'm saying? And
Can I
trusting these
also
guys and seeing what you got, man.
can
You're
I
right,
also
but
add this
as a
in,
first
in,
time
into it?
coach, so I
Let
think
me.
that
You
they're
don't
gonna
have to have the guys out there that it was originally for. Okay, so now run them just to Coker
Oh, hold
or
on.
run them to XL.
Let me give a little bit of credit to one Dave Canales and someone who doesn't get mentioned a lot, Brad Idzik. One, look at how many offensive players we've had to go through. Everybody has missed games. Xavier Leggett missed times. Deontay Johnson and Jonathan Mingo are not even here anymore. But then, you've had Adam Thielen miss time. Jalen Coker stepped up and then he missed time. Then you had David Moore come out here. And I still remember being at Back Together Sunday or Saturday or whatever it was. Me and Deez telling me, yo, Moore is a beast. He comes down with everything, and he does. And last Sunday, he showed out to look like a number one talent. I think you have to give credit to our coaches for getting everyone on the same page, like we were talking about, and making sure that all these new guys are able to step in a moment's notice and be able to run the offense effectively. I think that's a really, that's a feather in the cap of our coaching staff for
Hey,
seeing it happen.
hey, can I explain to you? Can I explain to you what happened with that David Moore situation? Even though it was absolutely great,
Yeah, go ahead.
the coach, I know Andy Reid. Andy Reid is like Belichick in the sense of this. He said, "Listen, we had to move, and these skills to y'all earlier. We had to move XL to the X, and based on the competition that we had on the field, he deemed it that XL or either Thielen was going to be the best receiver that we had. He said, and that's why XL got doubled a lot, even though when he was open, he should have caught those passes. But he figured that Moore was the odd man out, and if y'all gonna beat us, y'all got to beat us with Moore. But Moore was catching every damn thing. He couldn't. It's just like that was a bad strategy in the end because all he kept doing was getting open because they kept laying off of him. You know what I'm saying? It almost backfired on his ass.
Yeah, but you take
It
advantage
was
of
the
the matchup
absolute
that you have
worst
when they give it to you.
strategy because Moore is the only one that's had this system for multiple years and knows the motherfucking inside out. So he
But he
ate.
ain't been playing like that this year though. The other guys got the numbers, but shit. I mean, that's what I would have. I'd have look. Y'all ain't beat me with Excel. Y'all ain't gonna beat me with Thielen. So it's got to be one of these other guys. And shit. And Moore was Bryce's best friend all day. Him and Sanders at the tight end position. And look, man, let me give Bryce Young some credit for something. Y'all know I don't do this often. I want to thank that dude for finally stepping up in that damn pocket. And when somebody's not open, he actually took off and ran with that bitch a couple of times, bro. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Same.
Run!
He needs to do that, especially when he's struggling in red zone.
Yeah.
When you're struggling in the red zone, you need to be a run threat, nigga, because that's gonna help.
When he rolled out
but here's the deal. Bryce Young can be a threat inside the red zone to rush the football.
He can be.
And he has been before, bro.
With his legs, though.
I've said this before, and people think I'm fucking crazy every time I say it. I call some designed runs for Bryce.
There you go.
For sure.
And let them know that we're not afraid to let him use his feet. And Bryce can run away from folks. Like Bryce can. Like, I'm not saying that he's ever going to be.
He usually running out of bounds. We ain't saying running to a player.
Right. I'm not saying Hurts or Lamar, no shit like that. But he can be mobile enough to pick up first downs with his feet.
But Cody,
that's where confidence comes in, though. You gotta.
But Cody, he had a chance to do that when he was down in the red zone. So I'm not designing for him to run nothing unless you just want him to get cracked because he made a business decision. It was grass and ass.
Coming, Pop. They're not gonna see it coming.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you got to catch people off guard, bro.
We're never going to see him do that. I just because when he had the chance to do it, I mean, really solidify himself as the number one franchise right now as a Carolina Panthers. When I seen all that grass open for him to take off to either get that first down or touchdown, he didn't do it. He just rolled out, overthrew somebody, and we had to kick it. I'm telling you, I don't know if he's thinking too much. We said that on Black Cat. He's thinking too much for his own good instead of turning to a football player. And now we're talking about designing him to run the ball. I don't know. These are his skills. What you think? You think Bryce is going to sit here and jump over the top of the old line or something?
You could definitely bootleg with that guy. You can bootleg with him.
D, is he still here, brother?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Bryce is sneaky. He's sneaky. Okay, he's shifty. Yeah. He's agile. He doesn't need to run through anybody, and he needs to be scampering out of bounds. And Lord knows when he slides, it's really ugly. So I don't know about design plays for Bryce so much. I don't know if he's there yet, but he can get some yards when the defense isn't looking. And like Twan said, I mean, he took those opportunities when they were there to get downfield. So overall, yeah, I mean, I like Bryce as a runner and what he can do when he catches the defense off guard. But it's not something you want to go to the well too many times, because we wouldn't want an inside linebacker to be a spy on him and get a
0 times.
Yeah, he'd be done for the rest of the season. So yeah, we don't want to chance that too often.
Play these 3 rolls clips when you get done, Cody.
All right.
It's in the,
I just think for his height, he's fast.
Yeah, hang on.
Yes, he's fast.
Now, this if
hit the full screen when it comes up, Pickle.
Yeah, right, here you go. Now, y'all watch Adam Thielen right here, out here on the end.
I think this is the play I was about to refer to. He could have ran that right there.
See, he throws it to him. He should have threw it to Adam. But Adam slows down and stops. And that's a mistake.
Oh, he had Adam.
Pickle, I just want to take a second to tell you I'm proud of you, because I think for the first time, that's the first time I ever heard you say Adam Thielen instead of Adam Thielen. And you're killing it, brother. You're doing a damn good job, bro.
Yeah.
Keep watching tape. Good job.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know it, there's a new website for NFL Plus users. It's called pro.nfl.com. You can actually type in a player's name, and like right now, this is just goal line, just this goal line. So we have 3 of them. Now this one he ends up missing. He throws it to Moore, and now you're going to see the end zone view, and I love the end zone views better than the wide shots.
Yeah,
just because I get to see the offensive lineman. I like them big boys in the middle.
Yeah, you do.
that was kind of wrong, but
listen, Bryce had a few misses, but
right,
like I said, for the most part, like it's seeing that incremental progress.
Right,
getting their Truba.
Right, and by the way, the Raiders O'Connell,
Tuba's a beast, bro.
He threw 2 passing touchdowns in his game today, and so did Bryce Young, by the way.
I love Hubbard. I love his tenacity. I love that power. I love how when he scores and run through people, like how he look off at him like, man, you can't stop this. I'm a problem.
I love it. Hey, we'll actually talk about him more in a minute.
Hold on. Real quick. What is Sir Purr wearing?
A military suit.
Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice, buddy. What's he wearing?
Yeah, kind of.
That's a throwback.
So military suit. Yeah, it was an old joint.
Yeah.
Bro, how about them end zones and the logo, man? That shit was fun.
Oh, I love the colors, bro.
Yeah, same.
They need to keep them. I love them. They need to keep it.
I love that we wearing this all black more too, man.
Yeah. We're actually this weekend we're playing a brand new color combo that we've never played before. We got the black tops, we got the blue pants, and the black socks. We're actually going to have a deeper conversation about the uniforms, but before we do, Swarm, do I still got you in here, bro?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah. I wanted to go back to you about Bryce. Well, what do you think about the Panthers potentially seeing some evolvements in Bryce Young? Do you think that we should, should we?
I almost didn't recognize him out there Sunday. I'm gonna be honest with you. He was impressive. He was impressive. But of course, I'm the resident hater over here, so I got to tell y'all my take on this rise that y'all are seeing is that it came against the Saints, the Giants, and what really looks like a Kansas City team that has been getting by on the skin of their teeth, man.
Come on, Swarm. Don't
And
say this shit, man.
yeah, they have been. They have been.
No matter
They
what
have
you
been.
say,
Give
what
us
They
you
have
say,
been. They
Juan,
beat us
the
by 5
reality check
points.
is
Give us some
nobody else besides Joe Burrow and Bryce Young and my man Josh Allen scored more than 25 points. That boy did not. They didn't put up more than 20. All these other teams did not did anything against his defense except for those three quarterbacks. So I
Yeah,
hear what
he's
you're
mentioned.
saying.
He's right now. He's
Well,
done something that only
Man, when we play Atlanta again,
the
bro?
playing right now are
The last
doing.
game of the season.
But
Yeah,
Swan,
man,
let
I'm
me
ready
ask
to
you
beat
this
y'all
though. Like,
last.
What you want to do
Yeah.
with it?
I mean, look. So I mean, Swan, we could even say,
You know
hey,
I'm
you
doing
know,
it.
this weekend or not, but this season, whenever we play again, that ought to be a good matchup. But just the fact that we're finally seeing something out of Bryce to be able to build around, like if we continue to get these types of performances, bro, you have to admit this team could.
Well, I'm hoping as I expect that division opponents split. So I'm hoping that y'all will clip Tampa Bay this weekend.
I got one for you, Cody. I got one for you. Pickle and Poppin' Bullets, everybody on here. Yo, now think about this, because this is very well this could happen. Imagine the Panthers in Atlanta in the last game of the year, and Atlanta needs that win to get into a wild card.
The sweetest of sweets.
Bruh.
Okay. Well, that won't happen. That won't happen because let me tell you, there's no team from the NFC South making the NFC wild card this year because they're gonna come from the NFC East and the NFC North. Are gonna take up the 3 wild card spots.
We'll just put y'all
Well,
ass
that's why we
in
gonna
misery
punch
then.
you in the mouth and make sure Tampa get in instead
What's
of
the
y'all.
record of Tampa Bay? Hold on. Wait, what's Tampa Bay's record right now in the division?
It's tight, bro. Hold on.
Tampa Bay is 5-6.
Tampa Bay. What y'all are
6-5.
6-5.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah,
That's tight.
They're gonna be 6-6 tomorrow, so they gotta face a real quarterback.
You're pulling for the Panthers this Sunday, aren't you?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
man. Yes.
That nigga Justin Herbert,
But
to come
Cody,
in and
guess
do
what
y'all
though,
bad,
Cody?
yo.
Guess what, Cody? I got money on Tampa Bay though.
Oh,
I know how to separate my heart and my emotions from my mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you got me because I ain't betting on. I wouldn't bet on.
Hey, real quick, let me welcome in my brother C3 910 Kyle.
Kyle, what up, bro?
Shit, fellas. Just in the
What's
middle of
up,
my
Kyle?
shift. I just had a time, just a second to pop in and say hi to everybody. Just grateful for the Friday space to listen to y'all. Y'all bring in the definite fire for another Friday show, man. Just grateful for each and every one of you on the panel and everybody watching.
Yes, sir, man.
What's up, Kyle?
Shit, man.
Doing
my thing.
Cool ass Kyle.
Hey,
That's
since
what
you're right here,
That's what you call the cool ass Kyle, bro.
what do you attribute Bryce Young's recent success to? Why has he been able to
The benching.
change his career trajectory?
That benching fixed him because, like, if I truly believe he would have started week 1 a whole different way if last year he wasn't given the starting job in training camp. I feel like that benching is the only thing that calmed his ass down enough to be like, okay, you need to sit there, take your time, make the right reads, throw the ball where you're supposed to. Don't throw it out. Don't throw it over their heads. Don't throw it behind them. Don't take the sack. Don't run around and then fumble the ball. I feel like that benching is the main 100% the main reason why he's playing the way that he is now.
Then shout out to my nigga Dave Canales that said, I don't give a fuck what Dave Tepper says about you being his boy. You don't help us win, you ain't playing. And put that nigga on the bench.
I love it because I think that made Bryce fight for his take. Fight for his
you don't get shit here.
Yeah, nothing in life is given. And by the way, as a man, why would you want something given to you that you didn't earn? You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, it
Listen,
doesn't,
now, understand something.
feel right.
He been playing since he was a kid, so he earned his high school place he went to. He earned that scholarship. He got drafted #1, so he just felt like the rest of everything was over. And
Right.
then Canales said, "No, motherfucker, it just begun. Sit down on that bench." Andy Dalton give us the best chance of winning. I don't know when we gonna start. He won. He said,
He
"I
still
still don't know
does.
if I'm gonna start the nigga." He won again.
Yep.
He said, "I still don't know if I'm gonna start the nigga because he's not playing with this little motherfucker." He said, "Give me your best to get out."
100%.
It's
And
hey,
while I'm here, Cody, I'll give you my shit at the end.
yeah,
So
go ahead.
I got the Panthers winning 24-23 over the Bucks, and I got Chuba Hubbard is the player of the game with 2 touchdowns.
Let's
I like
Yep.
that. I
go.
like
Sounds
that.
about right to me.
All right,
I'm gonna
boys.
tell you.
I'll
I'm
be
gonna
listening.
All right, Kyle. Appreciate you, bro.
Take it easy, Kyle.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
tell you
Later,
right.
Cal.
They're gonna blitz the shit out of Bryce Young this coming Sunday, though, bro.
Yeah, they will.
They're gonna blitz the shit out of him. So
So
That's
far,
what Todd Bowles
far,
does.
yeah.
in Kansas City, the more they blitz, the better Bryce plays. So I'm gonna say bring it.
I
11
don't
out
think
of
they
14
blitz a
against
whole
Bullets.
lot, but yeah,
Yeah, but that's what Todd Bowles
Bring it.
does, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm
bring
just
it.
saying,
And
look,
I
yeah.
don't mean that mean either or negative. I mean, listen, if Bryce can't play when he gets blitzed, you don't need to play.
Well, see, what I'm
So
expecting from Canales is this: you're playing your old team, so
right.
you got Bowles over there. Bowles don't want to lose to you. You don't want to lose to him. So I'm expecting Canales to at least you got to go out there and call one of your best games this year, because like somebody mentioned it earlier, when you playing an old team or some shit like that or whatever,
Yeah,
you mark that on your calendar. You want to win that
that's
game.
a fact. That's a fact, Twan.
I'm gonna be looking at Canales during this game to see if he's gonna call aggressively and try and win, or if he like starts licking his palms like I did my best and I'm just gonna get out and then come to the podium and tell us some bullshit at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think. Hold on, that's my owner, man. I mean, that's my coach, man. I don't think he ever bullshit us. That's my. I like him.
Yeah, Canales
I don't.
is one of the biggest bullshitters at the end of
Hey,
these
No.
hey, yeah,
because he doesn't take credit for anything. He doesn't take
Well,
credit
Drop
for
the
any
rock.
losses.
Wait, hold
rock.
on. Let me tell you
No,
something
drop the
about
rock. Drop the rock.
my Canales. Canales is not afraid to make the tough call in the moment when it needs to happen. That is a sign of leadership. The man did it 2 games into his tenure as a head coach. Bro, I think you have to give credit to Canales for this turnaround. And let's be real, there's also a little bit of whether or not y'all believe in this or not, some divine intervention that all of a sudden this wild car crash happens with Dalton, which, hey, nobody's asking for that to happen, but it happens. It forces Bryce Young back into the lineup. And let's be real, nothing to that point had said to us that we were getting ready to go back from Dalton to Bryce. That was not in the cards when you listen to the way Dave was talking. So, a mixture of all these things has us moving in the right direction. And I feel like Canales knows it too, but he's still keeping that same approach of making him earn it. And that's what he has to do going forward. He has to continue to earn it.
I think he has Bryce out there. So, like, look, I'm gonna give you the rest of this year because I have never completely attached myself to you. I'm gonna give you the rest of the year to show me what you got. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, some are not gonna agree because they get caught up in the moment. Andy Dalton still gives us the best chance to win, but we're probably not
Right
going.
now, Twan, I'm gonna be real.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Twan.
I'm at the first
disagree, my
point.
friend.
I'm at the first
For
point.
me,
Right now, I can say that I disagree with that. I didn't.
I said for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
For me.
I didn't before I agreed with you, and I felt like Dalton gave us
right.
You talking about
Well, that's for me.
Yeah.
You talking about if we get this version of Bryce consistently, is Andy Dalton a better chance of winning? If we can get that version of Bryce consistently,
I'm gonna tell you why, because Andy Dalton puts up points. He puts up a lot of points. Listen,
But I think the hope
listen.
is
There was two touchdowns.
I think
that
the
was
hope
not
is,
Bryce's fault.
No, but that's not my
I'm
let me
talking
just say
about us
this.
being in the 30s.
But hold on,
because of
Twan.
Go ahead.
But I think, Twan, the hope is, let's say that for whatever reason Dalton didn't give us a better chance. You're hoping that Bryce is going to continue to grow and grow and grow.
No, I'm trying to tell you Bryce is out there. I'm trying to tell you what,
the future.
I think he's going to give him the rest of the year to show what he got. Yeah. So if Canales says, let's say Bryce doesn't play as well for the rest of the season, so Canales will have that room to say, I let him show me what he had, and it just didn't work out, and I'm going to go get my guy.
Yeah. Twan, let me tell you what I think from watching y'all and watching the enthusiasm that I've seen from the outside looking in with this, like Cody said, I wouldn't necessarily define it as a turnaround, but this team is looking different. And I'm telling you, Twan, my opinion is personally, I ain't trying to start no shit. I ain't trying to start no shit. But my personal opinion is Bryce has already solidified his starting position going into next year, man.
If he continues to play like this, even if we don't,
I'm not saying if he continues.
He'll be back.
Lose out, he is gonna start going into next year.
No, the hell he's not. No, I guarantee you he won't.
Okay, Twan.
I guarantee you won't, because look, Canales will be he'll be going into his second year, right? He is not going to make the mistake of the past head coaches and not have his own fucking quarterback. He keeps telling us this shit, bro. He's not.
Let me let Jake go. Go ahead, Jake.
I think this is the one time I'm actually going to go against what Red Swarm is going to say, because I think Bryce Young has to continue to play like this. If he goes back to what if he goes back to the way he played earlier in the year, yeah, he's gone. If he might be on the roster, he might be on the roster, but he ain't gonna be starting.
But Canales is gonna get his guy, bro.
And you know why? I'm gonna tell y'all why. And this is the real shit. Because Canales showed Dave Tepper he can fucking coach. This quarterback ain't showed you he can play, but this nigga done showed you, hey,
he can coach.
Yeah, and let's be real, he was bought in.
I can do it.
Yeah,
he was bought in to build up Bryce Young.
Bro, I'm not living.
Why you got him? He was supposed to be the quarterback.
I shouldn't have said lose out. Okay, but I'm trying to just say have some realistic expectations. I respect what you said, Dave, because I did say lose out, and you said, as Twan said, play the way that he has been playing. Let's just say y'all split with the Bucs, y'all beat Dallas, and even for this year, the record is 5-12 over 2-15 last year. You're telling me that Bryce doesn't go in as the odds favorite to be y'all starting quarterback next year?
We don't have to win. We don't have to. Let me explain this. We don't have to win. I'm just saying, if he plays the way he played this past Sunday, it don't matter if he wins or not. But if he plays that way, he's definitely coming back next year.
Yeah, that's
because you can bank on that. We're not going to win anything, so it ain't even about winning for us anymore. Except fucking with Charlie and trying to keep y'all ass
like
out
Pickle
of it.
said, progression. Like Pickle said, progression. Yeah.
Now what we're doing is, nigga, we saw in the Green Bay game last year.
The wins don't mean
to us anymore. Nigga, can you do it consistently?
Yeah.
So let me let Pickle go, and then I gotta pay some bills. So go ahead.
All right. And Canales says it, and you mentioned the Green Bay game last year. That was a good game, but he did it one game and didn't do it after that.
One game.
And Canales keeps saying it. They asked him the other day, is Bryce going to be the starter for the rest of the year? And he said, if he keeps playing like he did. That's what Canales said. So
you got to take what the head coach says.
That's what I like about Canales. He's
not saving his ass from Canales.
If you want a chance with David Canales coach team, you're gonna earn it. You ain't getting no free.
Exactly. All right? Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what I like.
Love that.
Let's call it that.
But hey, man, you know what else?
Let's call it else
we love. You know what else we love over here around these parts?
Underdog Fantasy.
We love Underdog Fantasy, man. They've been cool enough to sponsor us all the
Hell
way through
yeah.
February. Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are ice cold? Make your injuries in just a few taps and turn your sports opinion into real money. And they have things that no other website has. They have Red Zone Rush, a game you won't find anywhere else. Just pick whether or not a player will score a touchdown by swiping right for yes and left for no. It's as simple as that. Plus, your entry will be automatically boosted, and you'll get 51% profit boost when you play. Join over 5 million fans that are already playing on Underdog. With their champs game, you can win money by making entries with your favorite players. They've got all your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. Create entries with all football selections or mix and match across other sports. Underdog is the best place to play champions. So sign up now and use our promo code C3P and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. This season, Underdog is going to be running a special promo or bonus every single day, like Profit Boost. Pump up your winnings and just a tap when you apply this boost to eligible items. Again, that is promo code C3P. Must be 18 years of age, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783 or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8 New York or text Hope New York to 467-369. What's up?
The greatest city on earth, New York. Baby.
Let's go, baby.
Run that promo, Cody. That was smooth, my boy.
Wonderful, man. I got a question for you. Do you think Georgia Tech can beat Georgia?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they can upset us. They can upset us. I'm watching. I would tell you, Georgia Tech's strength is their run game, of course, and eventually, Georgia's big ass defensive line is gonna settle in. They spread.
You talk so much shit about my Seminoles, but listen, look, but check this out. I got some great news tonight, too, guys. If Cody allow me to segue into that, man. 704 Charlotte Bound Show been doing big things, man, and somebody must like us out there because like we following in the steps of C3, man. At this point, I think in about 2 weeks it'll start over on our show. We've teamed up with Cody, those old stomping ground prize picks. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be sponsoring the show, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome to hear, Swan.
Man.
That is Swan.
704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. We doing some things, man. Like Cody said, man, the rising tides lift all boats, man.
Everybody's and I'm on that come up, bro.
Happy to see everybody winning, bro.
Love that, man. Love that.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna do Georgia pickle. Stop that shit.
Pop's been trying to go. Go ahead, Pop.
2 things real quick.
Yeah, man.
About us going against Tampa Bay, I think it's going to be a hell of a game. There's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. But we haven't learned yet how to win, and they know how to win. They've been with each other for a long time. They have won. They know how to win, and we're still trying to learn how to win. So I think that is their disadvantage that they have against us, even though with their injuries. Number 2, I am going to buy me a Robert Hunt jersey. I've decided.
Yeah.
Good one too.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's a good one,
I'm
man.
gonna get me a Robert.
They just let him body slam that boy.
I'm gonna go get Robert Hunt's jersey. I'm gonna tell you why. Cody, have you noticed that you don't see any interviews with any other O-lineman since Robert Hunt's been there?
Nope.
Now all these other years, you would get everybody else up there. You would get Moton. You would get everybody, anybody and everybody else on that line. Any players are not even here no more. You got them all on that on PanthersNation.com. And you don't see anybody else talk now that the big money man, I want a Tesla truck, Hunt. That's my favorite player on the team.
Dude,
Somebody better get my Tesla.
He's such
Yeah,
a vibe, bro. I remember earlier in the season when he was like, "Yo, y'all better not bring them bags and put that shit on your head no more." Yeah, we got that culture here now, man.
Pretend like I wasn't just talking about this dude.
Robert Hunt has been that leader that I think this offensive line
He's a beast, bro.
Really rallied behind.
It's infectious. It's infectious, bro.
I said it on the space. I'm sorry, Pop. Go ahead, Beth.
He like
He
don't care who who's scared, who scored.
He has the best last name to be a Panther.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I said on my space earlier this week. Somebody asked me, and I said, "Listen, I think Robert Hunt is the best free agent pickup the Panthers have ever signed in their history." That's just my opinion, but I really believe that.
This early pickle.
That's early pickle.
I know it.
That's his belief. That's his belief.
That's just my belief. I see that man play, and I may be wrong because next year is a whole nother year, but I don't see any weaknesses in that man game. None.
He's a dog, man.
Remember we picked up Coleman. We went to the Super Bowl with Coleman. Now, what about Coleman?
I know it, man. I know it. That's a very high podium I put him on.
Hey, let's not forget Jared Allen too.
What about Sam Mills?
That damn problem was about to people say Jericho Cotchery.
Hey, by the way, I think the best free agent move I think we've ever made, that has to be Greg Olsen, though, right?
Oh, bro, check this out. Some more good news.
Greg Olsen was a trade. He was a trade
with
Jared Allen.
You're right.
Hey, I ordered a jersey. I paid almost $285 for that shit. It was worth it.
Damn.
Listen, no.
Where you get that from?
Ask me, guys, what's one of the hardest jerseys to find for a Panthers player?
Probably,
Cam Newton.
Signed. Nah, I got a Cam.
Signed. Oh, he's always gonna be a lineman, right?
He's got a real difficult last name.
Iggy Wonnum.
No, you can get them for $5.
Damn.
He
said $5.
I got my hands on a Buyaka Pachuca.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh snap!
Wow.
Yep.
Hey man, real quick, thank you to Sean Butler for being a member for 26 months of the C3 Legion. We appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Hey man, let me bring this up, man. The Panthers.
We talking about my goddamn $285 jersey. We're not gonna
No. We're talking about the official Panthers jerseys.
We're not gonna jersey now.
Bro, this Sunday the Carolina Panthers will be rocking a brand new combo that we have yet to actually play on. Dude, we got the silver helmets, we got the black jerseys, we got the blue pants, and the black socks. This would be the first time that we have ever used this combination.
I was going to take a shot.
All right. Come on now.
All black with the green.
So this is a representation of what it would look like.
The helmet's what ruins
Get rid of the silver helmet, man. Get rid of the
helmet.
helmet. I'm so tired. Hold on. I'm so tired of all these teams getting brand new stuff, brand new logo prints, brand new helmets, and we're still stuck in the year of Jesus being born.
I know, man. It's
but we ain't no silver Panther. We ain't silver. That's the Lions and the motherfuckers over there. We're not silver.
But Poppin', I got a question for you because it's funny to me the way the NFL always announces it. That they seem to be only announcing a limited number of teams that get the. And I don't know if I'm using the right terminology, get to make those changes each year or announce they're making changes. But it seems like the league has something to do with that, man.
The league relegates that. Go ahead. The league relegates that. That's what.
You know how they relegate it? Whoever's hot is the one getting the new shit. That's all it is.
Yeah. See, I used to think the biggest reason why we had gray helmets the silver helmets, I thought that matched Jerry Richardson's hair, and that was the only reason why we had it. But
I need you to get a
Damn,
drug test
Pickle, you
immediately.
cold, man. You
Pickle,
cold,
I need
Pickle.
you to get a drug test
hey man,
immediately.
it's middle of winter. It is supposed to be cold.
Damn
You're
it,
right,
man.
brother. You're right.
But no, Pickle did hold on, Twan. Pickle did say this a couple weeks ago that when Richardson brought the Panthers here, he was inspired by the Raiders. He liked that they had the silver helmet and felt that it made it pop more. But look, speaking of the helmets, I wanted to bring this up too, because the reason I'm even bringing this up, it feels like this year and last year, and to be honest, since Tepper has owned the team, basically, they've done a lot of mixing and matching with the uniforms and the different color combos that we didn't really used to do before. And I love that, to be honest. But I wanted to bring this up because to me, this is the absolute perfect Panthers uniform.
A lot of those combos suck.
Bro, so one,
I agree.
let's make a note here that the helmet actually has the white eyes and the white fangs. The black helmet that we have now is just a blue logo. Every part of the logo is blue. When you add the white to the eyes and the fangs, it makes it pop even more on the black helmet. They also color corrected the blue in the jersey to be processed blue. That's the official blue of the Carolina Panthers. To me, if you made this helmet our permanent helmet, and then your throwback helmets could be the silver ones, even with the old logo, to me, that is the perfect change that you could make to make these uniforms absolutely the best in the NFL. That shit right there is fucking fire, boys.
Make the
Cody
fire.
used to sell cars in his
I
past
agree.
life. Did y'all know that Cody used to sell cars in his past life?
Yeah, bro.
Now he's my lawyer. So
the uniform.
I mean,
I
you
want
know,
three of them
bro.
right now.
Mike said he used to be a car salesman. Huh?
But Cody,
Yeah,
if Jerry
I
Richardson
want that shit from Cody.
was so in love with the silver, then I would have rather it's been called the Carolina Silverbacks.
Exactly.
Then you could
yeah.
flip it, but not with
Don't
a Panther. It's like
He ain't doing that. He racist. He ain't got to name his team after no monkeys. Y'all crazy
right
as
here,
hell. That was
would've-
not about to
I don't know how
happen.
you got
Yeah, that would
I
have
don't
been
know how you
horrible,
got that.
Pop.
Yeah, this right here.
The Carolina Silverbacks?
that would have
Yeah.
Instead
A
of-
bunch of black. Yeah, let's leave that one alone.
Yeah, they're probably right.
Oh, that's a reach.
Oh, hold
That's a
on.
reach.
Let me just say though.
It's a monkey, is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Y'all about to make me drop the rock. I'll
No,
drop
that's
it.
right.
Bitch ain't an innocent, bro.
That motherfucker then.
So, hey man, let me
Shut the hell up, let that man
let
know.
me welcome in my boy White Espresso to the Friday Free for All.
He ain't gonna be there for like 2 minutes and leave. He gonna fuck with you and leave.
Hey, he's a South Carolina fan. You know, that's how they do. They always show up
Wow,
for
look at
minutes
that
to leave.
hair.
Hey, there you go.
That's crazy.
And I knew this is all the only reason that you came in here
Exactly.
was to have me put up this stupid ass fucking photo. So here it is. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now, but all I know is that's my face. That's my
That's that Texas fan. Remember, he was always angry.
Fuck, I said what's up for the 4th time.
Hey, bro, let me just tell you this though. Y'all about to fucking eat one tomorrow, bro. Y'all about to find out the hard way.
Who they play,
I'm glad
Cody?
you moved that damn picture.
Oh, it's
Play
rivalry. They play y'all. They play y'all.
Yeah.
Cody?
Yeah, Clemson, South Carolina tomorrow, bro.
Yes, rivalry.
All bullshit aside, Cody, that's gonna be a good game, bro.
Hell yeah.
What
It's gonna be a
bet you
great
have with him,
game.
Cody?
Damn sure is.
And we're playing for our playoff life. If we win that, we're in the
I got
playoff.
South Carolina. I got South Carolina.
Yeah, we gonna whoop that ass.
Y'all just chill, man. Go home, man. It's Ohio State here. No,
Why you
Oh,
gotta be a hater, bro? Why you gotta hate on my squad?
I'm not hating, man. You know what I mean? Jim Harbaugh hitting around the cheat right now. So it's Ohio State.
I got South Carolina.
Hey,
Kevin, I need that win.
Kev, you back in, bro.
all right. Yeah, we gonna whoop y'all ass.
Nah, y'all ain't doing it.
Cody,
Damn.
Y'all ain't got no bet.
Hey, Cupcake, he ain't never seen this defense before.
Hey, where y'all playing?
anybody
Clemson.
tell me if
Yeah,
South Carolina,
Yeah, y'all gonna get your last whip.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard in
if
Death
South
Valley.
Carolina wins, what do they get?
They should be in the playoffs, but
A
fucking
Bojangle
knows.
biscuit.
Tell them good
Yeah,
job.
a Bojangle biscuit.
That game going
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. You should be talking all that shit, Pickle, because your team about to lose to Vandy.
Shit.
No, they ain't. No, they
Yeah,
ain't.
they are.
No, they ain't.
If Tennessee loses to Vandy, they don't deserve in the playoffs this year or
Oh,
next.
Vandy got
That's
one of the top
crazy you put that in the
Yeah,
air.
They got a good team this year.
What if that shit really
Vandy's
happened?
All I know is my Tigers about to run roughshod on some whole ass chickens, bruh. Just in case y'all didn't know. That's what. And look, this is gonna be the
I like
biggest
chicken.
game. This is gonna
Vandy
be
won
the
6 fucking
biggest,
games.
the biggest.
Vandy ain't shit.
In all of our games. You know, nobody.
Yeah, they could have been in prime time, but Dabo
Whenever
fucked
we-
that up, didn't he?
And whenever we play
Fucking
South
caveman knows.
Carolina, normally at Carolina, they're not playing for nothing, right? They're
We
like,
could have been prime time, but your
fucking
coach is a
up
dumbass.
But we're actually gonna be playing for something this time.
At 12 o'clock.
Yeah, good. Wake your ass up in the morning. Get
Nah.
up, get his ass open.
Storm, y'all ain't even
That's
scoring.
crazy. Did you just say that y'all actually playing for
Yeah.
Trump this time?
We do this shit
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, we
All right,
play.
Yes.
let's get real. Let's get
Whoever
real here.
wins is in the playoffs between
All right.
Clemson and South Carolina.
Boy, you been in them locker rooms. Kirby gonna kick some ass when he get to that motherfucking locker room at
Hey,
halftime.
boys, let's put this on the line. If South Carolina wins,
They're not.
then Cody has to call White Chocolate Master.
No, I ain't.
Oh my God.
Next week.
Oh
No,
shit!
no. How about this?
That's the word.
If South Carolina wins, I'll tell Kevin that his sorry ass team got fucking lucky, and that he can.
Man, nah,
That
you
sounds
can't.
like a
Come on now.
bitch. I smell pussy.
No,
I smell dinner.
Kevin,
Damn,
I smell
Cody.
dinner. I smell dinner.
Kevin.
I smell.
Yo.
Kevin, just send him. Okay, if you win, then Cody then just do an AI picture with Cody wearing a South Carolina shirt, and he gotta
Oh,
use
that's
it
easy.
no matter
That's
what.
cool.
Nah, man.
Nah, you have to apply Diddy oil to his feet.
Oh damn! Damn, Jay.
Break out the baby oil, son.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Some
look,
Diddy shit going on over there.
He say the Diddy oil. Damn.
see, that's what the South Carolina
I
fans.
call that white folk humor. They do that. Y'all gotta.
Yeah, bro.
That's
all-
white folk humor.
Yeah, and we're the best at that shit too, bro.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Hey, bro.
Well, I mean, you know, Swarm, you kind of like. You know, that,
Hey, let's get back to football.
half and half.
Hey, back to Panther football like that, man. This is a Panther show over here. All right, so look, going back to the uniforms, what I was trying to bring up is I feel like it's inevitable that they're gonna change the helmet to the black helmet at a certain point in time. You remember when all Panthers fans wanted the Panther logo in the middle of the field, and that was like David Tepper's little way to be like, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I was happy about that. I was happy about
yeah."
that.
I think that's gonna be the next one that.
The NFL bullshit was killing me.
Go ahead, put that one up, Cody.
But you think
Y'all actually didn't have y'all's team logo at the middle of y'all field?
No, it was the NFL logo.
the NFL logo?
The whole
Oh,
time.
that's crazy. That's
Kevin,
crazy.
you're fucking dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Damn, Cody.
this shit,
Cody,
man.
Yo, man, go to the bed.
we
Yo,
know-
I don't
we-
even
we
like
know
the
what
fact that it
Kevin-
feel like you judging.
We know what Kevin was doing.
No,
Cody,
I did not know that shit, Dynasty. I didn't know that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, Jerry Richardson was a simp for the
I just
NFL.
don't like the way
Yeah.
you said. It sounded like you were being sarcastic, motherfucker. Now
No,
listen to me
bro.
too.
No. That was my lack of knowledge. I was just
no,
saying that's
people ain't
crazy.
catch
as hell.
that. Yeah, a
Yes,
lot of people ain't catch
he wanted to do it as a sign of respect to the NFL for letting them have an expansion franchise.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
wanna
And
stay
he
with your
never-
military
And
too?
Tepper said, fuck that.
Yeah, I want to.
and like,
Jerry Richardson wanted to have. He was like he succumbed to the NFL for some reason because it was only us and two other teams that was doing that shit at the time. I think the Jets was one of the other teams that did it. And then when Tepper got here, he was like, "Get that shit out the middle of my
He
field."
should have said, "Fuck y'all." He paid his millions to buy his team just like everybody else.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But Tepper was, not Tepper. Richardson was he was stuck in his ways, man. On a lot of different, obviously.
I think he was
ways
gonna.
than one.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was gonna get something out of it.
Richardson was an NFL bull and an NFL yes man.
Yeah, he was.
Richardson
I mean, he
an
was
NFL
front and
yes
center.
man.
But hey, man, look back to this helmet. Do y'all agree with me? Do y'all think the helmet is going to be black in a short amount of time? Because I kind of think that it is. Like that's going to be the next Panther in the middle.
Absolutely, Cody. It's just as long as it is as important to you as it is to them. Because you weren't gonna let this helmet shit go. You had to make sure.
Damn right. Should have been a black helmet, bro. Been had them black helmets.
Do y'all rather it be? Do y'all rather it be a matte? Oh, God.
Go ahead, Pop.
No, actually, Twan, you're right on the same way that I'm wavelength I'm on right now.
Go ahead.
You're keeping the black helmet. But if you get rid of the silver, what are you replacing that with?
I want to go with the baby blue.
I said the processed blue helmet or some white helmets. I'd rather go with that processed blue though.
Yeah, I disagree.
Processed blue with black stripes.
I don't like the white helmet. Every time
I like the blue one though.
I'm not feeling the white helmet, man. To be honest, even the blue one, it's okay. But I think that
it's fire, bro.
The black one is the best, man. Because again, we are a Black Panther. That is what we are, man. The Ravens have a black helmet. Falcons have
it right now. Get the blue one with just the claw marks on it.
Nah.
All right. So
what helmet?
Let me give you this, Cody. Cody, imagine an all white helmet with processed blue stripes, processed blue face guard, and an outline processed blue Panther on there.
Man, that should have been cool, bro.
Right with processed blue.
I mean, I don't know, man.
That's Oregon type shit.
I've seen the
processed blue visors. Come on, that's going to bro.
It doesn't hit like the black helmet does to me. Even
we ain't asking you no.
I don't like white helmets. So they show when you've been getting your ass whooped with them damn skid marks on them.
You're right.
I mean, you're right. It's gonna cut.
Go ahead, Jake.
What helmet's gonna match the white jerseys that we wear 90% of the time? That's what's gonna matter.
That's the point. We shouldn't wear white jerseys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I like that with the white.
Every team has a white jersey, though. We're not gonna.
Yeah, but we
wear them too much, though, Cody.
No, you're right, but that's why I'm saying early in the year we need to wear our blue jerseys.
My question with the black jersey, with the black helmets, is this: do you rather keep the same black the matted helmets, or do you want to go with that shiny black?
I kind of like the shiny black.
Rather a shiny black, bro.
Nah, I mean, yeah, maybe, but I also
but the matte black, it just looks like the decal is just pasted on there, man. I don't like that.
Dull. It's kind of dull.
Yeah,
I mean, when I look at the shiny black,
I
don't even think they care about our opinion, honestly.
But if we got that shiny black helmet with that processed blue face guard with the cage, bruh, I'm buying the helmet next week.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
that would be dope.
All right, chat. What do you want? The shiny black or the dull black?
What do you think, Deez?
Black.
I like the difference in the face guards too. I like it when they do two different colors between the helmet and the face guard.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't care what color they do. I think it would look cool. And like the black chin strap that you were showing earlier, Cody, I was sitting here thinking about it. I can't think of any team that has a black chin strap. Is there a team that does it in the NFL, or does every single team have a white chin strap? I don't think there is a team
now. I think they now that they got that black helmet. They got that black line on the side of their helmet. I think they now have the black chin strap. That's why I want to do a process blue helmet.
I seen Jacksonville Jaguars
got some fire-ass uniforms,
with the black face guard. So if you have process blue, black stripes, black face guard with maybe a blue strap, I think that'd be nasty.
Man, the NFL is gonna always do everything late. It's the good old boys league. You look in the NBA, man, they let them wear their own shoes now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever shoes they want to wear. They get creative with their uniforms. Every year they do their street uniforms, like where they do something from the past. I mean, they make it fun for the viewing audience. The NFL can be dull as hell.
Nobody in the NFC South got a new helmet this year. That was something that Red Swarm brought up. Nobody in the NFC South got a new helmet, but other divisions did. Like the NFL allowed a third helmet this year, but nobody in the NFC South did it. Swarm, did y'all run the red helmets twice this year?
I'm telling y'all.
Yes. But it's like you said, Deez, it has to be something larger that, like Pickle was saying, the NFL regulates that, man. I don't think popping is just that we suck, man. I ain't going that far, man. I think the league just didn't.
No, it's exactly that.
I'm talking about the whole division.
To make motherfuckers listen, I'm gonna say this for the public now because we've been talking about helmets and uniform. I don't give a damn what the fuck we putting on until we get in the playoffs and do it consistently.
Mike trying to end the discussion.
Yeah,
because we talk about other things as well. Buzzkill.
What did they tell us? We gotta wear that.
The Atlanta Falcons just got a new jersey concept and new helmet the year before, I believe. Then y'all read? Y'all just got it last year, right?
It's been I think 2 years.
I hate that uniforms though.
Yeah, so they just got a new uniform and a new they brought back the red helmet. So.
Somebody gonna
really sucked.
Somebody's team is gonna run out there with that rainbow uniform one year, bro. Just
I hear your ass. I hear all y'all sucking shots. Go ahead.
What?
I just hope it's
gonna. Hey, I got that player, but I'm not gonna say it.
Team.
Thank you.
What team?
No, but hold on. I did want to.
Team. Yeah.
San Francisco or Atlanta. One of the.
Cody coming in, y'all.
But no, my thing about this though is that
who gonna put the jersey?
Okay, to me, there's a thing that Clemson does that I really like.
We don't want to hear that shit.
Man, shut the fuck up.
We don't want to hear that. None of that fucking orange bullshit.
I talk your ass to the fucking background, make you wait.
Well, you always bringing up bum ass Clemson to make a point.
Stay in timeout. I'll put everybody in timeout.
Fuck them bum ass Titans.
All right, you can stay in timeout with Kev. What I was saying is that Clemson has a championship thing where once it's time to play at the end of the year, we put the orange pants on, bro. I think at the end of the year, the Carolina Panthers need to go all black, and that's when you know that we're in fucking ready to kill, fight for the playoff mode.
I'm talking about black cleats too, Cody. Black cleats, black socks, black everything.
Now I can put my sons out of time.
You know what Clemson also does? They rush the field when they beat the Citadel.
Yeah.
You about to rush the field when we beat y'all. Sorry.
Damn, Cody.
Rush the field.
We're gonna rush the field on y'all. Sorry asses. How about that?
I would like
fucking with them
like this, Red. You're like this.
Yeah, Pop.
I think that when it comes down to saluting the troops, that they should have an alternate jersey in your colorway, but in army fatigue when you saluting the troops.
That'd be badass.
That would be
badass. That. Hell yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I'll tell you when the baddest uniforms I've seen, Navy wears that shit where their helmets is in the shape of like a, when they first started off playing football, they wore leather helmets. So they made their helmets.
I saw that shit, Twan.
Yeah.
That shit was tight, man. It actually looked like leather helmets, man.
The Marine uniforms, I was like, God, bro. It was cold, bro.
Yeah. That was impressive, Twan.
That was pass interference.
Yeah.
What game you watching, Pickle?
I see
one game.
There's a player right now.
I remember when Army did them all fatigue uniforms.
I'm really hoping Georgia loses. They probably won't.
Why?
But I'm hoping.
Why?
It ain't gonna open the door for Tennessee. It ain't gonna open the door for Tennessee.
Hey, you know what they say about hoping? You know what
Hey,
they say
I
about
can hope.
hoping? You hope in one hand, shit in the other. See which one.
Yeah.
Tennessee,
Yeah, Clemson ain't gonna be shitting in their hands all
Tennessee,
goddamn day.
Tennessee's gonna make it anyway. As long as they beat Vanderbilt, they'll make it.
There you go. Go in
Is
there.
that why y'all
Now,
logo look like
there
a
you go.
piece of shit?
Tennessee got a nasty defense. Tennessee got a
I think
nasty defense. They
Hey,
are my
Pick, I
favorite
think Tennessee should go to the ACC, man. I think Tennessee should move over to the ACC.
I think they're good where they're at, Swan.
Hey, was that a touchdown or was it
They
1 yard?
never gonna win. They're never gonna win the SEC.
It
But they
wasn't a
going.
touchdown. I think FSU should join the SEC.
Yeah, let
No,
us
they
let
didn't.
us in. Let us in,
Hey, hold
and
on,
y'all
real
come
quick.
over.
Let me
If that happens, they won't win a game.
That's
Yeah,
a fact.
Hey, let me welcome my man Al.
Who won't win again?
Touchdown,
Al,
Georgia
what's up,
Tech.
bro?
We
Shit.
need something. Yeah, come on, man. I'm an FSU fan, bro. We need a lot of work, bro. Usually's not it.
You
Uh,
He said ukulele.
DJ, oh, you do really down
Let's
there.
talk about Jay from Clemson. Because he came from Clemson.
no,
Nah,
no,
he's
because
ours. That's an FSU
Who's the
quarterback.
quarterback for who's the quarterback for Florida State?
Man, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. We ain't got one. All of them look terrible. All of them look terrible.
Anyone in here can play better right now.
I mean,
Wait, hold on. Don't come with the damn
hey,
jokes.
y'all
son.
need
So I say that's enough of that
hey,
shit.
y'all need to go get
Man,
Jameis
you get
Winston back.
too frisky with that shit.
Oh,
Cody,
Georgia
can I
Tech
ask you a
turned
question?
the ball over.
We need to get Winston to come play for us.
He was down.
With the
He was
fucking
down.
we
Hey,
need
hold
a
on.
No, he was not. No, he was not.
from Nebraska.
Where?
We need a kid from Nebraska right now.
I'm dropping the rock on y'all boys. That's right. We're bringing it back to Panther football. My question to everybody is it time to pay J.C. Horn, or do we let him play out the last year of his
Pay him.
Pay him now.
Yeah, go ahead and pay him.
I personally would pay him. But
Give him top three money. Give him top three money.
although
get the super bag, bro.
Dan
Stop that,
Morgan
Red.
did
Stop
say
that, Red.
Cut that
Dan
out.
Morgan,
All right,
Dan
go ahead,
Morgan
go ahead,
did
Paul.
say he guarantees he won't play for nobody else.
Yeah, he can't get no super max and no shit like that.
So check this
yeah.
out, Pickle. The beautiful thing, and I'm sorry, Twan, 'cause I know you was really rooting for this guy for the past couple of years, but I'm so glad his ass is about to be gone. And Thomas is going to be a free agent after this year.
Yeah,
Let's clap it up. Yay! So that's the money.
Sorry,
you get
baby.
JC
Come
Horn.
up here.
Thank you.
I done run my dog off. Come on up here.
He'll be back. Ian will be back.
He's
So,
gonna be back.
yeah,
Block that man. Kick that man out of here, Cody.
He ain't got pictures. He ain't got pictures.
Hold up, Pop,
Now,
are you
Ian Thomas is going to go sign a 5-year contract for $50 million for the Atlanta Falcons. For the Atlanta Falcons.
And then
I can see that. What you saying, Cody?
Can he play defensive end? He might get it.
Hey,
I
he
was
might
saying-
be better at defensive end because he damn sure can
Bruh,
play.
how did y'all change
end.
the topic so motherfucking fast?
My bad,
God
Cody.
damn.
This show.
Y'all the
We
most
run this show. Don't
ADD
you
having
never forget it.
motherfuckers I've ever
Because
met in my
y'all
entire
topics
fucking
are
life,
boring.
bro. Y'all can't stay on track for shit.
Because
We
y'all
talking about
topics are boring.
J.C. Horn.
Fact,
I'm
yeah,
going.
go back to it.
I'm
You
going.
moron. That's why you play for Virginia. For
I'm
Georgia
going.
Tech.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to Pop, and then I'm gonna open up to anybody else. Pop, why do we need to pay J.C. Horn early?
And what does his deal look like?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I don't think Pop agrees with that, though.
Well, that's it. Go ahead, Pop.
I'm gonna say go ahead and extend him. He's showing me that he's that dog. He's staying healthy. I didn't have any belief in him staying
For
healthy
1 year.
for this long, but fingers crossed that he still keeps going. If he keeps going, I want to extend him to a 3-year contract. Because I like Michael Jackson. I think they're a great tandem. Now, I will move Michael Jackson a little bit closer up to the line because I think he's better up close to the line. But we're not talking about Michael Jackson. But yes, I would extend J.C. Horn because that means you have a solidified corner, at least on one side of the field.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the money though. I'm all for extending him. At what are you talking about with the money though?
All right, so with JC Horn, he's not gonna kill us. He's not gonna hit us in the head because he knows because we've been loyal to him. We have been patient with him. He's not gonna hit you over the head.
His daddy played in the NFL. We ain't doing no hometown discount.
That's the same. Listen.
Don't believe
We're not talking about Horn or we ain't talking about Horn Daddy. We're talking about Horn. We are talking about JC. JC has been in the Carolinas for
he ain't gonna give Carolina no discount.
He loved. I didn't say. Before y'all play he's not going to hit you in the head because of how long.
How do you know this?
I was saying because he hasn't been healthy, and I don't think any team is going to pay him a whole lot of money because he hasn't been healthy for years.
He said it
in the contract negotiation.
Thank you, Mike. And not only that, Mike, Twan, before you yell at me, he has said it previously times in his interviews. They took a chance on me when they didn't have to. I want to end my career here. So that tells me he's not going to try to hit you over the head and rob you. He's going to stay dedicated. He loves the Carolinas. He's been in the Carolinas for years, ever since college. Yes, he's from Georgia.
Can I say one thing?
Bubba, hold on. Before you go, just for reference, Jalen Ramsey right now is on a 3-year, $72 million deal. He's getting $24.1 million a year. Pat Surtain, 4 years. Remember, Pat Surtain drafted back-to-back with JC. He got 4 years, $96 million. He's earning $24 million a year. And Jair Alexander, 4 years, $84 million, $21 million a year. So essentially, you're probably going to have to pay JC like 25, 26 in order to. I mean, that's that's what they do, man. Like,
if you move right now, if you move early, I bet you can extend him for $2 million a year because you already got him for next year. So this year, you're sending them. I said because you were sending them early, you're sending him a whole year and some change early if you go in and send him now. So normally, 95% of football players when they get extended early, they normally give discounts because they like that guaranteed money they're getting the whole year or some change early.
Right.
So he's right when he says that. So most likely, if you move before the next defensive back is signed, you can probably sign Jace Horn for 4 years, $88 million, $22 million a year.
I agree. I agree with that number. I agree with that number.
That's
3.5. 3.5.
Let me go to let me get Jake and then we'll get these in too. Go ahead, Jake.
You know the one person that we ain't talked to that's linked to JC Horn, and that's Brand Tillis. You know why? Because I trust that man. Don't matter. JC Horn can get paid #1 corner in the league, but I ain't gonna have no problem with that because how Brand Tillis structures these contracts, he structures contracts so good, like really good. Underrated. He's an underrated contract guru. Like if you look at the fine print, I trust Pickle. Pickle says all the time. Wait till the contract info comes out. Don't get butthurt about how much it is. You got to wait till the fine details of the contract comes out.
But I wanted to. Let me get these in. I wanted to say
the Cuba Hubbard contract ain't that much.
Let me just say this though, that I think what Mike was saying was true, but instead of it being $22 million, I think you're gonna have to pay him now. That's what's going to make it $25 million a year. Whereas if you waited until after 2025, you're talking about maybe 27, 28, 29 million a year. So that's why. And remember, I don't think Sauce Gardner has gotten paid yet. There's a few cornerbacks that are coming around the corner to get paid. I wouldn't mind if you signed him to a 4-year, $25 million a year deal.
That is
he has 3 years that he has not been on the field for a whole half a season.
I know, but that's
he gotta go, man.
I would rather have him than what we were going to pay Brian Burns. I told DC,
of course.
I'm out of space right now. That's not a discount.
Hold on, I'm gonna let everybody go.
Damn
on the
sure
topic.
ain't, Twan.
Hold on,
Damn sure
I'm
ain't.
gonna let everybody go on the topic. Let me
Acknowledging it for some reason.
Let me get these in. Go ahead, Deez. Tell me what you're thinking about this, bro.
I don't know. You kind of changed what I was thinking about it. I didn't realize that the corners were going for this much, but I don't know that J.C. Horn's stats really compared to these top corners in the league. He's playing in his own scheme. And not only that, it's like his stats are pretty muted from being in that zone scheme. He's only got 1 interception this year. He's got 1 sack this year, only 2 for his entire career. He hasn't played in as many games. His 5th-year option was only, $14 or $15 million. They could franchise tag him again if they wanted to and almost get out cheaper than signing into a longer contract. I don't know that that's the direction they're going to go. I do agree with what Jake said. I think Brant Tillis will find us a good way out of this. And I think J.C. Horn is happy here for the most part. And I think that him changing his training routine to more of a strength training and less of agility has made him more durable this year. So that looks good going forward. But I don't know that I see $25 million coming on the horizon for J.C.
Hell no.
No, absolutely not.
If you pay him Pat Surtain money, you're crazy. You're not responsible with money.
Red, they're not gonna pay him that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're not gonna pay him
that's
that.
what Cody just said.
I mean, I don't see how
right now, Patrick Surtain don't make that kind of money.
He makes 24.
Let me add this to the I'll show y'all.
Cody, the other thing I'm going with these little skills just said too. Look, man, I ain't trying to shit on J.C. Horn right now. But J.C. Horn got about damn 25 fucking penalties this year, bro. He's
you're not gonna pay him and trying to think that you're gonna stay in front of Sauce Gardner. They're not in the same zip code, man.
Red, this is why I want y'all to. Did you see that? D-Hop was beating up like a drum last weekend.
DeAndre
Papa Bullet said that the Carolina Panthers, they'll give him a discount because fucking discount.
Hey, hold on. Let me bring out the sailor in. Al, would you pay J.C. Horn and how much?
I would pay him about maybe 18 million, 15 million a year. I mean, that's the most.
Get more than that. He gonna get 20.
He's not worth more than that, though, bro. He's good.
He gonna get 20.
One season where he stayed on his feet. One.
Yeah. Come on, Mr. Glass. Gotta stop with that.
Al speaking from if he was the GM.
So I got a question for everybody saying no random. What's the backup plan? Because this sounds amazing, but if you want J.C. Horn from this team, anybody can throw on us. And I mean anybody, guys.
And
I'm not talking about Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. I'm talking about the nigga that played for the Giants. I'm talking about Cooper Rush. I'm talking about backup. Anybody can throw on us.
And let me add to this. Hold on, Al. I said 22. Look, let me add to this real quick.
I'm gonna look at Horn's stats and shit.
Hold on. Let me wrap real quick. So if you also, this reminds me of the Brian Burns situation. Year before last, when Brian Burns knew
it's totally different.
I'm saying there's similarities because Brian Burns knew that if he walked out the door, they had no other pass rusher beside him. It's the same thing with J.C. Horn. If you let him go, who are you going to get to play corner? Hold on. There's more to it. And
we're already a young team.
Keep in mind that the Panthers have let go of how many players that they've drafted, and they let them go to other teams. Like, there is this narrative around Carolina that you're not going to get paid here. So
I think y'all gonna sign him. I just don't think he's gonna command top dollar for the cornerback market.
There you go. Thank you, Red. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. You're not. Sauce Gardner is going to reset the market.
Yeah,
but if you go ahead and stand J.C. Horn now, you're not trying to reset the market. Not only that, J.C. Horn knows he shouldn't get paid top dollar like he's a top number one corner because he's been hurt. He has no reason to get paid.
What does that mean? He don't ask for it though.
So he has to be. Hold on. Your resume says what you have been done. He has been hurt. He's not going to demand that type of money, knowing that he's been hurt and knowing that they could have been shipped him off if they wanted to. He's going to be some type of comparable to what they're going to be asking for and what he's going to want. So I don't see him getting paid no more than $23 million.
I disagree with all of y'all.
All of y'all. 23.
Let me tell you why I disagree with you. No, this is why I disagree with all of y'all. Because JC Horn can say, "Oh, you're not gonna let me reset the market? Fine, I'll play under the franchise tag, and I'll do what Josh Norman did and fucking go get my bag, and then make sure y'all have no choice."
Go bye.
What I'm saying is, I would rather pay $25 million. I would rather pay $25 million a year right now than have to pay him damn near $30 million a year the year after. It's like
I'd rather he stay
have
healthy.
to pay somebody at some time.
I'd rather he stay healthy. I'd rather he stay healthy, but we can't get what we want, though, right? I'd rather he stay healthy from year to year, but we don't always get what we want, right?
Yeah,
1 year?
I can't give JC
One
Horn
fucking year? No way.
I can't do it. There's no fucking way I can swallow that and actually feel like I'm being a responsible general manager, handing somebody that's been healthy one time in the motherfucking career $100 million for 4 years. He can kiss my ass.
Cody, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna accuse you of showing favoritism because let me tell you why I say that, Cody. Because I've known you long enough and I've listened to you long enough to know that you know damn well that's not how these NFL negotiations work. The players don't hold the GMs as hostage by just saying, if you don't give me my money, I'll go somewhere else. You know, it's based on who are you comparable to in the current market? And you talking about 25 and 30 next year? He ain't in that price range, Cody.
Do y'all really? Do y'all? Hold on. Do y'all really?
Let's really put a nail in the coffin. He's still under contract. Niggas don't even talk to nobody to find out what they gonna offer.
Let me ask you. Hold on. Do y'all really feel like if JC Horn was on the open market right now, that there wouldn't be someone that would pay him that?
I feel that there would be nobody willing to pay him $25 million on the open market. Nobody.
Absolutely not.
You think so?
Absolutely
Nobody. Nobody is going to pay him Pat Surtain money. And I'm going to be honest with you. And you're going to think
Jaguars might do it.
You're going to think I'm being biased. Nobody's going to pay him AJ Terrell money when AJ Terrell has stayed healthy for his 4 years. He ain't going to get that, Cody.
He has.
I'm telling you.
I don't know, man.
Look. I'll be real with you.
Hold on, go Mike in the pickle.
If the Carolina Panthers did that, if they actually signed him for $25 million a year, it would be the first thing that they really did that would really piss me the fuck off. Because you literally started going backwards when we started making progress. You said we start building the team the right way, and all of a sudden, while you're building the team the right way, we gonna handcuff ourselves to a $100 million contract.
Ain't
that
no way
absolutely, we don't know if this nigga's gonna play at least half of it because he's never have.
He stays hurt.
Moving backwards. That's hustling backwards.
All right, go ahead, pick one. Then I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay JC Horn $25 million if he kicked and screamed for it.
He ain't getting 20 nothing.
Let me talk. I would tag his ass. And I'd tag him a couple times. Tagging right now, tagging this year a corner was $19 million, and it goes up a little bit more next year. But that's exactly what I'd do. Now I would offer him around $21 million with bonuses and workouts and all that. He could get higher, but I wouldn't offer him a deal of $25 million flat out. He ain't worth it. And
Y'all live in a
he's
fantasy
not.
land.
He's
It's
now. We went through this with Brian Burns. Brian
Right.
Burns wanted that high burger, and Dan Morgan wouldn't pull that trigger. And J.C. Horn ain't got as much stats as Brian Burns got. So
Yeah,
J.C.
but hold
Horn,
on though. You know
same
what we
level.
know? We said that whole time that whether or not you felt Brian Burns was worth that dollar amount, somebody was gonna pay him that.
Oh,
So
JJ just put up.
Yeah,
JJ just put up
and how
realistic
they feel about
numbers.
it
Yeah,
now?
but hold
They
on.
get ready to fire the guy who paid him.
Right, but everybody's saying that it would take a team-friendly deal
yeah,
at
that's
20,
realistic right
at
there.
around
That's exactly
20
what
to
I said.
21 million.
Yeah,
That
I
just
never said that.
That just seems so unrealistic to me. That's never how these contract disputes happen. They either hold out for more money or they get a deal that's around the ballpark that they're
Nah,
looking for.
and not for him. Listen, hey Cody, listen to this. The number one corner right now in the league is Sauce Gardner. Number 2 is Patrick Surtain. 3
No,
is
number 1 is
Jalen.
Patrick Payne. Number 2 is Sauce Gardner. Number 1 is
Can I
Patrick Payne.
finish? Can I finish? Sit on the sideline. All right,
Those
Jalen
two I
Johnson.
thought.
Jalen Johnson. Then you got Charvarius Ward, Jalen Ramsey, Trent McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed, Derek Stingley. Look, man, he's not even top 10 right now. Who's gonna pay him that?
So then why
So
were y'all
think he's gonna ask
using?
for a king ransom?
He
I
can't ask
think
for
he's gonna have to pay under that 5th-year option then.
Cody,
think
let me
I
ask
don't
you a
think he's
question,
gonna pay.
Cody. Let me ask you a question, and I'm not trying to set you up, and then I really want
Go
to
ahead.
honestly hear. I
Yeah,
want to
go
hear
ahead.
from you, your take. Where do you rank him? How does he fall for you? Is he number
top
3?
10.
Is he number 5? Where does he rank for you, Cody?
All right, man. Y'all gonna laugh at me, but I'm gonna tell y'all like it is. It may not look, he may not be at that spot right now,
Put
but
your
I
finger on
still
that.
think he is one of the most talented defenders in the NFL at that position. I think that if he continues to stay healthy, I think
Put a
he has
number on it. Plant a flag.
top 5. I think he has
Top
top
5.
5 corner
So that's
potential.
why you want to pay him that money.
So
Yeah,
you
and
so
that's
you're gonna
why.
pay him.
Drop the rock. Drop the
Top
rock on
5.
yourself.
Top 5.
Drop the rock on yourself.
I believe J.C. Horn
Hold
has
on, Cody. Let me
top
help you out.
5. Has
Cody,
top
Drop
5
the rock
corner
on
potential.
yourself.
you want to pay him that money, or you think that's what he's gonna ask for, or that's what he's gonna get? Which one? Be
No,
more
I think
specific.
that I think
'Cause
by
I don't
the
want you getting
time,
trapped. They set you in a trap right now. I'm
no,
trying to
I
help you
know.
out, Lloyd.
I think by the time he is set to be paid, yeah, he's gonna want to be paid like a top 5 corner in the NFL, and there's no reason why he
No,
shouldn't be. Now, I understand the injury argument, but if he continues to play well, he didn't play good against DeAndre Hopkins. I'll admit that, but every other game this year, he's been solid. And if we add more to the defense, and you add another corner, let's just say hypothetically, we
Cody,
added.
can I talk to you next? I want to tell you something. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but my final thing was, let's just say hypothetically here that the Panthers are in
I
range
wanted to put
to
you something
draft
else
like a
on.
Travis Hunter, and
Okay.
then you're able to pair a J.C.
Oh
Horn
no.
with a Travis Hunter. You
Hell,
know, it's like, bro, that's
man, drop the rock, man.
I'm not mad at that, bro.
But look,
Well,
but
first
look,
of all, Travis Hunter has Jacksonville written all over him.
yeah.
But Cody, let me say this to you. I heard what you said. I heard what you said about he's been solid this year. Solid is not top 5. So what I have always heard as a Falcons fan from the Panthers fan base is when he's healthy, when he's healthy, when he's healthy. This is the first
true.
year that he has been fully healthy, and he hasn't played like what y'all used to say
Man,
when
he
he's
hasn't.
healthy.
But
He
also
hasn't.
He just
remember
hasn't,
though,
Cody. He
He has
hasn't,
though.
Cody.
But he
true.
has though.
But
But he
remember
has
though
though.
that this
Only game was
defense
DeAndre Hopkins was beating
that
him like a
they-
drum. That's the
okay,
only game.
remember that up until a few weeks ago, many Panther fans were saying that this is the worst Panthers defense they have ever seen. So just like people weren't putting it all on Derek Brown the year before, people didn't want to put it all
It
on
still
Brian
is.
Burns the year before. J.C. Horn has been one of the best players on a shitty ass defense. So I do not believe that what you're seeing now, one, I don't think is that fucking bad, if I'm being honest. Didn't have a good game against the Chiefs, but for the most part, for the most part, he has not been bad. He has been very good. Even PFF has graded him very high up
That's
into.
PFF, man.
And to me, I believe
Coach.
that he is getting better year after year. He just needs playing time, man.
Cody.
I've been with this whole time.
Yeah,
Hold on.
go ahead, Twan.
I want to get on Cody's flip-flopping ass tonight
Oh, my Lord.
because all that pickle, was it not Cody telling us how much Brian Burns shouldn't be paid based on XYZ? And how crazy does it sound now that Cody is willing to give a guy who's only played one fucking year?
I've never seen effort issues from J.C. Horn like we always saw from Brian Burns. That's different.
J.C. Horn's played in about 60% of the games that people are talking about. So it's not as
Oh,
little.
hell, here goes his number one fan. Oh, hell.
It's not as little as people think. He's played in more games than people think, percentage-wise.
Listen,
from Tri-State.
Are we serious, man?
all that time that Brian Burns put in, whether you thought he played well or not or whatever. In the meantime, Horn, 2 of his injuries didn't even come from being in a game. I mean, it was self-inflicted. And you want to give him, and you talking about Burns getting his money. You talking about Burns getting his money, but you want to just give it to J.C. Horn.
Horn's a more talented.
He is not.
I want to hear pickle. I want to hear pickle on this at the time.
J.C. Horn held Jamar Chase 3 catches, 23 yards, brother.
Yep.
Not a lot of people can do that.
That's
Not
one
a lot of
game.
people can do that.
One game. And he got about 4 or 5 penalties in the last game.
I mean, there was a couple that was definitely on him. There was definitely a couple on him, but there was a couple that was kind of questionable.
I 100% agree with Nick. I think he has that type of potential.
Whatever.
And he's playing at his best to shut down the very best in the NFL. Go ahead, Pickle.
A very good pass rush will always make decent corners look great. But at the same time, it's the other way. I personally didn't see a lot. I think it goes by. I don't put everything. Brian Burns, I wouldn't have prayed Brian Burns. Brian Burns wanted $30 million. I didn't see the effort there at the end of his season. But at the same time, I see a lot of effort with Horn. But I still wouldn't pay Horn $25 million. I would tag Horn and see if he stays healthy again next year. If he stays healthy next year, then we'll open it up.
I agree.
Now,
Real quick, Pickle.
You so be it.
Let me ask this. Hold on. Let me add to the question.
The tag can help Horn too.
Hold on. Let me add to the question.
They're not giving you your money.
No, listen. What if J.C. Horn? What if J.C. Horn pulls a Josh Norman?
I'm just trying to get
and
in.
On the final year of his contract, balls the fuck out of control, and actually does look like he has before, like a shutdown number 1 corner. Then what you're gonna do? You're gonna let it. But all right, now you're probably paying him almost around $30 million, which is what Brian Burns
it's better than giving him a $25 million 5-year deal. And then next year, the first week or two, he's out for a twisted ankle. He tore my brain.
Let us get a great pass.
Let us make sure he earns his money. Let me talk. When interrupted.
Go ahead, Pickle.
Now, because it's better than paying him his contract now and saying, okay, he's locked in, he's good. And then he misses 3 years on. Remember, CMC did that. We paid CMC. What did he do? He missed 3 or 4 games in a row. But he trained too damn hard, and he hurt his own damn self.
Yeah.
I agree with Pickle. I think that if I had to be in this situation and had to make the decision, I would have him prove it 1 more year. Because if you look at the timeline and what we have right now as far as money, we don't have that type of money to really spend on anybody right now. Maybe after this year, everything drops off. And I would explain that to him. We want you here. The money is not there. We need you to also to prove to us that you can still continuously stay happy. And by the middle of next year, if you stay on this upward trajectory, we're gonna get you in immediately.
Yeah,
We
real
don't
quick
have
though.
the money right now. Hold on,
man,
Nick.
this is all bad.
All right, go ahead.
We don't have the money right now to really pay him. And who are you paying after this year? Nobody.
Nobody. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Who's expiring next year? That's really significant. No one. Absolutely no one.
How much money we
Yes,
spent
to
on
me,
this shit?
one of the things that this discussion comes down to is I don't believe that Brian Burns ever had the type of potential to be in that
I'm not
upper
gonna
end.
do that.
Let me finish my thought. I never believed that Brian Burns was going to be the type of player that is worth $30 million a year. Now, you may think I'm wrong in this, but I still feel like JC
He's
Horn
not right.
is
He's
the
not.
type of player that can be worth $26 million a year. I do believe that he has that type of talent. And remember, we have let so many Panthers out the door. Christian McCaffrey out the door. DJ Moore out the door. Brian Burns out the door. Now, if you want to say that any of them are justified, most of us wouldn't. But if you wanted to, fine. We have now built up this image that we don't pay our people. And if you're not going to pay someone like JC Horn, then who the fuck are you going to pay?
What are you paying him for?
One at a time.
That nobody in 2026 that worth re-signing. So let's understand something. This coming draft, you by requirement have to draft an offensive tackle because at the end of next year, Taylor Moton and Timmy Kwanu walk out that door and give you the fucking bird. So let's make sure you understand your priority. If you want to keep that great offensive line together, you skip JC Horn 1 year and you deal with your tackle.
Think he can go?
No. You can get a tackle in the third or fourth round. You can get
You absolutely right. Oh my God.
All right, now let me give a public service announcement. That was very, very drawn out for absolutely no reason. Let's break this down real fast. 100% I'm with you though, Pickle, because I was talking about right tackles the other day on a different podcast. Like Taylor Moton's contract, technically, we could cut him this year if we drafted somebody that can replace him.
I agree.
And save like $20 million a year.
We will save a bunch of money doing that way, and I do agree. And shout out, I know you probably don't pay attention to spaces, but I say this all the time. Jake's in the space, D's in the space, they'll tell you that. Now, at the same time, though, if I'm the Panthers, I'm going to pay Brady Christensen this year, and I'm going to let him kick out the left tackle. And before I cut Timo and get nothing, I'm going to offer him to trade for anything and get something. And that's exactly, if another team wants to take that contract or extend him, that's really not my problem. If I did get something off of him, I will. So that's what I would do in that situation. Because and then if Cade Mays plays as good as some of us think he will, then he's going to need a contract next year too. Because he's only on the restricted free agent.
He's not a starter. He's a backup pickle. He's a starter.
He's performed like a starter. He's performed like a starter last month.
He's your starting franchise.
Let me get.
What cost you got you, Pickle?
Are we talking Cade Mays or Brady Christensen?
Put the moonshine down, Pickle.
Brady Christensen.
Anyway, let me get back to the point. Because the thing is, the problem is that as we do a lot, and as fans, we compare things. We was comparing Bryce Young to CJ Stroud because they were drafted right beside each other. So whether we wanted to or not, we compare shit. Well, I'm comparing Jace Horn to Patrick Surtain. And I'm not getting nowhere near what Denver's getting from Patrick Surtain from Jace Horn.
And that's kind of what I was going to say too, Mike.
So there's absolutely no way that I'm getting close to Patrick Surtain's contract and offering it to him any sort of kind of way when I haven't got anything that Patrick Surtain is offering. He's not a
You're right,
quarterback.
Mike. That's why I
fellas.
retract my statement.
We don't
I
have
agree
to
with you. I agree with both of
prioritize
you, Mike.
paying the next one up like he's a quarterback. He's a defensive player.
Yeah, but
You know,
corner is a
every
very vital
round has
position.
one of him.
It is.
But he's not Patrick Surtain though, Nick. But that's what he's.
And
That's
that-
what
and
No,
that's
I
why I
understand,
can't
and
give
that's
him.
that's respectable. That's commendable. You're right. Patrick Surtain's probably the best corner in the league all around. I mean, if we're being
So I
honest, he
can't give
really
him
is.
close to that. Now,
Yeah.
so, but
And
if
not
you
only that,
tell me I come to
I
you
don't
with a
What's he
year
getting now?
early
Now, here, real quick. What's he
before
getting
your
paid?
contract is up, and I'll offer you something decent, like I'll give you like 17 to 19 million a year for an extension right now, knowing that your contract is not up for a whole year, knowing that there's not another team that can even talk to you and try to sell you the dream that they believe your ass can stay healthy, and that they might even consider paying you the money I'm about to pay you. Nigga, sign
and
this
I-
dotted line
and
or
Mike,
get your ass in that
Mike,
locker room.
I'll tell you one
You
thing.
are
If Surtain's
you
getting
100% right, Mike,
25,
because I am not willing to give up on the Great Wall of Carolina. I'm not willing to.
I'm not
wait a
doing
minute.
that.
So
We
Surtain's
already
getting
got one. We've
24,
been
Nick.
waiting for one of these
Surtain's
forever.
Surtain's getting
Hell no.
24.
if Surtain getting 24,
agree,
then
Pop.
17 to 19 sound about right to me. That like homie just said. If Surtain getting 24, 17, 18, 19, that's about right for
agree.
JC Horn.
Listen,
That's
I
about
hear-
right.
22.
I understand all the points y'all are making. It just sounds like a lot of wishful fucking thinking to think that they're just gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'll take $7 million less than the top spot." Like that's just not how this players do it, man.
Cody, you
Whenever
ain't
they have
believing
an
in the dream.
opportunity,
You about to believe a
whenever
man's
they
gonna
have an
do something he never
opportunity
shown you he's
to
gonna
shoot
do.
for the top,
He's not
they
DJ
always
Moore
do.
and stay healthy. He's not Brian Burns, Iron Man, and
I
stay
got you. I got
healthy.
you. I got
You
you. Cody,
believe in this
Cody,
man
show me
gonna
your
stay
JC
healthy.
All right,
Horn.
well,
As
all
part
right,
of
we're
his
gonna,
dream.
all right, no, Pop.
Cody,
Go ahead, Pop.
Cody,
You
you
must
don't
got
believe
some
what you're saying right now. Show me your JC Horn jersey right now. Show me a screenshot of it.
I ain't even got
Give
one.
it up.
You
I
know
ain't even
See,
got
damn
one,
well
bro.
ain't
you
nobody
believe
paying
this
him
I
that
ain't
man.
money,
even
bro.
got
This is
one
all
of
cap.
them.
This is all
I
cap.
ain't,
All
bro, I
cap.
ain't even got one. But I don't buy no jerseys until I fucking until I know for a fact that this is a purchase that I'm gonna be okay with.
We're
So
getting
it's
awfully
like,
worked up about a contract we haven't seen yet.
I know. Listen, I'm not even saying that y'all are making bad points. I
This is
understand what
good
y'all are
entertainment.
saying. I understand what y'all are saying. But like my thing is Patrick Surtain has been healthy. That's the difference between those two guys. I still think
That's why
that
I get to use my EBT card here.
if
If your ass
JC
was healthy, I'll bring out this Brinks truck. But since your ass ain't being healthy, take this
JC Horn has
EBT.
been healthy this year, Cody.
That's
Can-
one,
yes,
one year.
but the defense is so
Cut that
bad,
shit out, Rick.
Storm.
let me
The defense is so bad. It's hard to be the best player on a bad team that really hadn't done
Wait a
too
minute,
much.
you didn't give Brian Burns that excuse. How you gonna give Jace Horn that excuse?
Exactly.
slow your roll on
I
Brian
have
Burns.
seen Brian
situation.
Burns
You
on
don't want me
better
to go
teams.
back. You don't want
Hold
me to go
on.
back.
I
No,
have
that's not
seen
what I'm saying.
Brian
That's
Burns.
not what I'm saying.
I have
I'm
seen
saying if
Brian
you don't
Burns
stand
on
on
much better
business,
defense.
you gonna plant the flag, plant the flag.
I,
If you
I
not
have
gonna be
seen
that
better.
top player, we're not paying you that way. Whether it's Jace Horn, Brian Burns, or whoever. I don't give a shit about the Brian Burns shit. Because we got
Yeah, but he
Robert
wanted
Hunt in
absurd
replacement
money.
Brian Burns.
what if Brandon tell us what
He got
Brandon
his
tell
money
us
too.
I expect if Horn says I need to be paid like the dude in Denver, I'd say, dude, you ain't that good yet. You go out there
Facts.
next year, you go out there next year, you stay healthy and you perform what he performs, then we'll open these negotiations
And
back
that's what a
in.
real
We ain't doing
GM would
that. As
tell
soon as
him
he
to
say
his
some
face.
stupid
Brandon,
shit
tell
like
us
that,
that's
I'm
what we're gonna
drafting
do.
a.
Yep.
As soon as he say some stupid shit like that, I'm drafting a defensive back.
No,
That
because
draft
it's,
this
DJ
year.
Skills. I want to hear
let me say
DJ
something
Skills'
real quick.
opinion on
Let me
this.
say something. Because it's more nowadays, Swarm, you know, it's based off the market, bro. It really is. It really
Yep.
is based off the market these days, bro.
Yeah, but where
Look,
you fit in that market as well,
I
Swan.
know, but even sometimes when players play bad, they wind up getting a whole bunch of money. Daniel Jones, because a team is just like he fits in that market, and we don't have time to go do
But
X, Y,
Twan,
Z or whatever.
those generally prove to be the worst teams in the league that aren't
But you,
very
but you,
frugal with their
but
money.
That's why I'm agreeing with you. And that's why I'm telling Cody that will be a financial setback for us to pay him even nowhere near $25 million, bro. Because look, and then Pickle said it earlier, man, if I gotta franchise him twice, he's gonna show me he can stay healthy.
All right. Hey, I'm not even mad if that's how they decide to do it. J.C. Horn has no choice. He's gonna have to play for him if that's what they do. But I also know that
it's crazy. I looked it up. He's ranked 23.
Yeah.
At all corners.
God damn.
I just had to tell you that.
All right, look, we don't have to be into the ground. I was just saying, I think that if he continues to play better, if he continues to play well, and again, he's not playing bad. I don't give a fuck.
My bad. That was in Georgia. My fault. Wrong stat.
My thing is I think I have always said that I think
Pop, you dirty as hell,
is
man.
one of the most talented people on this team. Deez, are you okay with letting J.C. Horn play under a franchise tag for multiple years, or do you think it's reasonable that he would take a lesser deal in the interim?
Ooh, I don't know that he would take a lesser deal in the interim. So that's why I agree with Panther Pickle, and that's why I didn't chime in, because I think he nailed it earlier. You could franchise tag him one more time if we need to let him prove what he needs to and get into maybe the upper echelon of stats in the NFL. As far as stats, there's not so great. It's because we play this zone defense scheme. If we switch to a 4-3 and we go to press man coverage, J.C. Horn will shine. And he will be like top money in the NFL. But we're not doing that right now. So his numbers are like shit. So we would have to change schemes. I would give it more time. Like Pickle said, we can franchise him. We can let him play out this year, franchise him one more time, and maybe one more time again if we need to. We've got time to make this decision. We don't have to hash this out right now. So that's why I didn't chime in.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. We don't have to hash it out right now. But I think that's something that we haven't mentioned a bunch yet. We're going to have a brand new defensive coordinator next year. Y'all don't want Robert. I mean, I know we don't want him to stay no matter what. But like, man, if Robert Saleh is able to turn J.C. Horn into a shutdown corner just playing man coverage, like, sign me up for that. No one is. I mean, at least I don't think here. No one is doubting that J.C. Horn has that type of talent.
Yo, hold on, wait.
I think he was
I gotta answer a question. I gotta answer a question.
One at a time. I'm talking at once.
Go ahead, Mike.
Are we really sold on like getting rid of Evero? Like,
everyone got to go,
hold on. Let me ask, like, sincerely, because like if you take my defense and you take me my best defensive player, you take my top. No, well, listen, let me finish. You take my top defensive back. I've not had on to even work with 80% of the time that
he's
I've
gone,
had
Mike.
on the field.
Get ready for it, Mike. He's gone.
Mike, let me ask you this, okay? I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but here's what you do. Here's what you got to look at. All right, let's hypothetically say the season ends.
Mm-hmm.
You're the Panthers. You're getting ready to add to this defense. Evero's on his last year of his deal. According to Sheena Quick and Vasti Hurt a couple weeks ago, they were on a space and they both said that all the defensive coordinators, all the defensive coaches, including Evero, wanted out this past year, period. Now, they were all under contract and we didn't let them out. So, hypothetically moving advance to this coming off season, why are you going to rebuild a defense around coaches that are going to be on 1 year deals?
Well, because you know what, I understand that but if I was him, you took away all my good players, gave me hand-me-downs, and then want me to feel good about running this defense. You took all my shit. You sent me to a shootout, and you didn't give me a gun. You gave me a bow and arrow, and told me to come back alive.
He probably wants a fresh start. He probably wants a fresh start too.
Let me go, Twan. Go ahead, Twan.
Okay, so they didn't take away shit. Lulu didn't want to come back here and play with him no more. And all the other guys that left to go over there
They
to the
mishandled that
Commanders, bro.
contract originally. Tell the whole story.
You
They
got
didn't pay him at first when he first
No,
moved.
but that is
Mike,
true.
they
Lubu,
offered him more money.
that is true.
him more
turned
Lubu
it
said
money.
he
down.
wanted to
They
come back.
they
There you
offered
go. There you
Lubu
go.
more than Washington offered him,
Lubu
and
left.
Lubu says,
Yeah,
"No, I
he
don't
took
want to
less
play
Ron is
money.
right.
for
He took
3-4,
less
and I don't
money
want
to
to
play
play
with the
for
Commanders.
Ivero." So he left.
Yeah, he took
That's
less
a fact.
money to play with the Commanders.
Yeah, so he didn't miss.
Same thing with Patrick Queens, who signed with the Steelers. He was in Charlotte. He was going to agree with it. Then he looked at Ivero. He called some friends, and he backed out of it and went to Steelers, who paid him exactly what we paid him while offering.
Chin left too. And then as far as Derek Brown, that was just bad luck. Nobody took Derek Brown from him. That was just bad luck. But the thing was, Evero, even when the defense was fighting and clawing, he refuses to adjust, Mike. And that's the thing with him. You got damn Horn playing 10, 12 yards off of her. I mean, you got Horn is at his best playing man and right up on the motherfucking receiver's face. You know what I'm saying? So and then everyone saw Sunday that goddamn zone was killing us and refused to change it.
And Torin, let me add on to that. How many times is he going to drop our primary pass rusher into coverage on third down?
Damn!
That shit is retarded to me, bro. Like, I just don't understand that for the life of me.
He's stubborn, man. He's stubborn bad.
So, I'm gonna get Jake and Allen this. Let me respond to Mike real quick. Mike, I'll say this. I do believe that Ivero has a raw deal this year. This is not a talented defense. I will give you that. But ever since he has been here, the Carolina Panthers, when we tried to do this 3-4 defense, we have been embarrassing stopping the run. We cannot ever stop the run consistently. If it's 3 years in a row now, you have to be able to point the finger at Ejiro Rivero to this point and say that it's something with this defense that's causing them to not be able to wrap up or not be able to mind their gaps effectively. I don't know what it is, but I really do think that we need to get a different coach in here. I want to go back to a 4-3. To me, that just feels right for the Carolina Panthers. I'm done with the trying to make a 3-4 work. I would much prefer to move to a 4-3 defense, and I think they're going to try to. Okay.
So here's my issue. Now, here's my biggest issue.
That's what
in these years that he's been here, has he been given what he needed to run a successful 3-4? Yes or no?
I believe they attempted to.
We tried to do it this year, but the problem is some of the guys he wanted refused to come here. You can't make them come here. And another point is Ivero's got 6 games to convince Panthers to keep him. Now that being said, Ivero may not want to be here. Like I said, Ivero wanted out. And when the going got tough in Denver, he said, "Let me out," and he didn't get the job he wanted. He said, "Let me out." They obligated and let him out. When the going got tough in Carolina, he said, "I want out." Ivero, to me, is a guy who, when the going gets tough, he jumps ship. I don't want a defensive coordinator like that. I want a guy who, when the going gets tough, he gonna look at his players and say, "I got your back." Not where's the fucking door.
He had his
I
players.
hear that, but also I don't want my job sabotaged every fucking year and have to stay and watch my shit get sabotaged.
Let me get everyone. I want to get everybody in here. Alda Sailor, are you in favor of moving on from Ejiro Rivero?
Yeah, he can go, but Robert Sala's not the answer. He's not the answer. Yeah, he can go. He can go. The offense, the defense, like when he had his players in Denver, that defense was top 5. That defense is like a top 3 defense. He can coach defense, and the 3-4 is not the issue. It's getting the right players in the scheme that you need to play the game. You know?
In Denver, he was good at the beginning of the year, and he trailed off and turned bad at the end of the year.
Have a quarterback.
No. Yeah, he did. The problem in Denver, just like Carolina, is he runs one soft zone system. He doesn't run anything else. after a few weeks, teams get used to that shit, move on.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, shout out to Red Swan for the 199. He had to drop out. Said these dang Bulldogs giving them stress over there. Swan, we
They're
appreciate
moving
you.
right now.
Ass whooped 17
They're
to
moving
nothing.
right now.
No
That's why I
joke.
Good luck
dropped
to you, Red. Good luck to you, Red. Wish you the best. If I could chime in,
Yeah.
I thought that year he had Drew Lock as quarterback.
We're gonna go Pop. Oh no, every time out, we're gonna go Pop, and then I'm gonna get Jake back in. Go ahead, Pop.
Al, this is my thing when it comes to Evero. I do know that he's been in some very challenging situations, right? But you can't go in that locker room and tell any NFL player that they suck, or they should take the time off, or they shouldn't perform. And then when you have the you're in the war room, you were able you were able to get, when the opportunity was available, who you wanted to help your defense. You was able to do that. So this is my thing. When those players were picked that you wanted, they haven't performed. DJ Johnson ain't did shit. Jamie Robinson ain't do shit. So this is my thing.
They gave him $1
Hold on, Mike. Let me get it off. When Jesse Jewell, the sheriff, ain't did nothing until the past couple games that he's came back. That is your report card. That is your report card. So when you have vouched for guys that have been produced and you can't change it up when it comes to going to halftime and coming back out and using your best player and having him handicap your defense as well, J.C. Horn, even though Derrick Brown is out, you can call plays in the NFL. You're just not good at it. So you telling me that yes, you would. Robert Saleh is not the person. You can't give me a name that better than Robert Saleh, because what you gonna go get Uberflus from the Chicago Bears? I think I would go with Robert Saleh. Give me a name better than him. Hold on. Give me a name better than Robert Saleh that's available, that can come here, that has a relationship with your head coach right now. I challenge you on that. But Evero is not the guy. Sorry. He might be a casualty of war. He might be. I'm almost finished. He might be a casualty of war. But I'm sorry. That's just what happens. You either produce or don't.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna sit here and say, I'm not gonna try and blame everything on Evero. I mean, I know that he hasn't had the best of rosters, but I mean, at a certain point, it's like if you have consistent issues doing certain things well, and you have players not wanting to come back and play underneath your scheme and system, like Jeremy Chin. Bro, he abandoned Jeremy Chin. He didn't want to use Jeremy Chin for shit. Abandoned him for shit.
Superhero.
We don't have a name. He did though, bro.
And Frankie Louvu did nothing but get better year after year after year. And he said, no, I'm gonna take less money and I'm gonna go to Washington. Like that's not good. That's not good.
Telling you something.
And we're talking about J.C. Horn. I wouldn't even be surprised if J.C. Horn wouldn't even want to play in this system anymore. Man.
This is the thing, Cody. I've seen J.C. Horn have to blitz, have to play zone, have to play man-to-man on the best of everybody. Why would you take your best corner and have him blitz in the red zone and take him off the number one corner, number one wide receiver of any offense?
For the life of me, I couldn't tell you.
You wouldn't even do that in Madden. You wouldn't do that in Madden.
Okay, now don't get me wrong.
He did blitz him.
Fuck up as he coaches in games. He does. I'm not saying the man, you know what I mean, is anywhere near the elite of the defensive coaches in the NFL. I'm just saying, me personally, me as a coach, if all right, off season comes. All right, so they're not gonna pay Brian Burns, and they didn't do the original offer they first said they were gonna do for Louvu, and then on top of that, they did this whole draft, and they draft all offensive players, and then They just spent $150 million
On two
on
guards.
the offense.
On two
And I
guards.
don't give shit. But the biggest contract on the defense that got signed, I think was like 2 years for $21 million. That was it. Like, they literally made him go shopping for free agency to try to fix his defense with pennies. Like, literal
Mike, you gotta
pennies.
stop.
And
Mike,
say
Mike,
make
Mike,
something.
Mike. The
I don't know.
Texans were in the same situation we were in last year. Same situation. They had a decent pass rush, had a decent defensive line, they had decent corners. That didn't stop that head coach first time. And he's a head coach. Didn't stop them from playing good defense. So you got to stop with these excuses.
I mean, having Will Anderson.
You know that.
I mean, drafting Will Anderson at the same time and adding some major offseason
Will Anderson
names kind of helped the defense jump. Like, we didn't get no top Will Anderson in the draft.
Will Anderson was our Brian Burns. I'm not worried about nobody else's bitches. I'm worried about our bitches.
Hey, can we talk about these other defensive coordinators?
Was Will Anderson was our Brian Burns. You had talent here. He did not do what he's supposed to do. He actually vouched for people to get him drafted or free agency, and they have not did enough. I don't think he's a leader of type of men that we need here in Carolina Panthers. We want to keep pounding, not keep surrounding.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm not even like, I don't even think Vero is a bad coach. I think that if he like what Mike is saying, I think if he had some better
home, he'll find a home.
If he had some better players to fit that 3-4 defense, hey, I think he's okay. But I think that time has run its course here in Carolina. I think Canales wants to go. I think that the only reason that they even kept him here was because they wanted some semblance of continuity going from 23 to 24 and not completely revamp every aspect of the coaching staff all over again. So they chose to keep him and try and keep some continuity. But now that's out the door. You know,
I think it bothers me because this draft is the perfect draft to build a 3-4.
That defense.
I mean, hey, look, how about this, man? It's going to depend what we do the rest of the season. And I'm going to be real, like, especially coming up right here with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's having a resurgent season right now. And Baker has been known to throw some interceptions, and I know damn well everyone in here knows that. So in my mind, like in my mind, this defense, the rest of the season, if there's any chance that he were to keep his job, this defense, we need to win a couple more games this season with our defense being a major factor in those victories. But I don't think that happens.
I just think that we need to bring back that 4-3 defense. It's always been our DNA. Get the coach, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be willing to do that. I think that the best players that we have on defense, that's what most of them are used to running in college, you know what I'm saying? And for them to come to a professional league, and we've never looked good under that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Papa asked earlier, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I like old boy, but I don't think he's coming here. But I mean, there are other guys, like I like Aaron Glenn. If we could get him from the Detroit Lions, if they don't try to bring him back, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Hafley with the Green Bay Packers, you know what I'm saying? Or if you could go with one of these younger, bright minds, like what they did with Canales, a guy that's not well known, but people that know him, that's like, man, the boy is like a boy genius with defenses. And then always got to be these well-known coaches, bro.
No, that's not what I'm saying. My thing is,
I
just remember who our owner is. That
I get
normally
that, but
plays a role.
he's not messing with us on defense, Mike. This is my thing. You got Evero there. He know that your weaknesses is running the ball, right? That's been one of our biggest problems for years. They just been on Evero. Why you ain't go out there and get you a freaking nose tackle? Like a real legitimate nose tackle.
He don't do the motherfucking free agency. He don't do the drafting. He only can coach who they give him. That's the
He do
problem.
draft.
Shit to me, he in the war room. Shit to me, he don't have. Oh my god, I can't accept.
His drafting record is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, hold on, no. Let me. So remember, he wanted. Remember, he was part of the of the mindset that wanted to move up for DJ Johnson.
That's true.
And DJ Johnson really ain't done shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even the players that
Jimmy Robinson, he won't even play.
Even the players that he has vouched for.
He can't draft either.
Nick Scott.
Yeah, it's like to this point they just haven't turned into something for us, really. So again, man, like I'm not even disagreeing with you fully, Mike. Like I'm not saying the dude's trash or that he couldn't, be good with a better roster around him. I just think he missed his window, man. We're gonna move on at the end of this year. We're gonna try and do something different with him. But like I said, if there's any chance for him, he's gonna have to continue to have this defense keep us in football games. So
I want to tell everybody, if you follow the Black Cat Panther podcast, I said this during the draft that Everett was going to be fucked, he was going to be screwed over, and he was going to be the fall guy. I said it then, and I knew it. Because y'all just mentioned the draft picks that he missed on.
I agree.
And the first thing I noticed was y'all mentioned 3rd round and 5th round picks. Because this nigga was yelling to remind them there was a defense they needed to look out for. Because some reason they forgot to. Every year the nigga was
and he picked DJ corny ass Johnson.
No, I'm gonna interrupt to let you know. I understand what you're saying, but let's be real here. If Rivero wants to control the draft, he needs to become a head coach. He ain't yet done that. And I'll second of all, I do understand what you're saying because I do understand about not drafting defensive players, but he knew when he got here, when he was given his head coach money on a 3-year deal, that they wasn't going to build the entire team around defense. He knew that when he got here. So
we also told him that they were going to let him keep Brian Burns.
And that's up to Brian Burns, not them. Okay, that's up there. Besides all that, he screwed Brian Burns over last year. How many? That man should have never dropped in coverage as many times as he did, but he did. All right,
that's fact. That's big fact. That's big fact.
I was mad as hell about that shit.
If you want talent, know how to use them.
I said, Burns
If you give Rivero 4 first-round picks and say draft all talent, he'll fuck that shit up.
Yeah.
With all due respect.
We can have Myles Garrett on this team right now, and that man would be dropping out in coverage.
Yeah. That's what I kept trying to tell Cody. I was like, when they took Brian Burns' fingers out that damn dirt, he wasn't gonna play the same, bro.
Right, Mike. I'll bet you right now, if we switch to a 4-3 with Evero, you actually wouldn't have to draft as many defensive players this year to fix this defense.
Facts again.
Hey, look, man.
Imagine this, right? Imagine you get. Hold on. Imagine you get DJ Wonnum, Ashawn Robinson, put him at nose. You put Derek Brown at 3 tech, put Jadeveon Clowney at edge. I mean, all of a sudden, it's like you still want to draft an edge rusher, I'm sure.
I hear you. Now, listen. I really want y'all to look at some of these monster-ass defensive tackles and these linebackers in this draft that would fit a perfect 3-4 system. The reason thing is, it's not because of Evero that I'm like, we should try to I'm feeling some type of way. I just know if you actually get the 3-4 right, that shit is one of the most dangerous shits. And,
like
Mike,
history. Mike, have you seen the fucking? Have you seen the Steelers and the Ravens play 3-4 defense? It looks proper, doesn't it?
Okay, let me ask y'all this. I'm sorry to interrupt. I've been trying to dig and find this info, and I'm not having good luck with it. Y'all help me find a 3-4 defensive coordinator that's better than Evero that we can hire that's going to be available next year that we can hire instead of Rivero.
That's what I asked.
I understand.
Greg Roman.
Now
Greg,
you see what I'm
Greg
saying?
Roman.
Are we
Greg
sure we want to
Roman.
get rid of him?
Greg Roman.
It's not going to be.
I mean,
Greg
it's not even. Remember, it's not even that we.
If Rivero can't do his job, why keep him?
It's
I
also.
hear what you're saying, but who
he's-
wants a 3-4 in the Carolinas? Who's the one that it has demanded for it to be
Probably
here?
him. Remember,
No,
he
it
was
was
a leftover.
Pepper.
Hold on, Mike. Remember. Hold on. Remember. He was a leftover.
I think he's offensive coordinator. My bad, bro.
Hold on. He was a leftover from a prior coaching staff. You have to remember that. It's just like when people say that the head coach wants to draft their own quarterback. A head coach wants to bring in all his own people.
I understand.
The only reason that he was even here this year was just for the continuity, man. If it wasn't good this year, they were going to move on. By the way, I wanted to ERH said Wonnum and Clowney are small 4-3 defensive ends. No, the hell they're not.
No, they're not. No,
Both of them are 6'5".
Hey,
yeah, they're both
6'5",
6'5", 270 plus. Like those dudes are the definition of a 4-3 defensive end.
And can I interrupt, please? To the guy you're talking about, ERH. With all due respect, I understand what you're saying. The 4-3 defenses in the 90s, the mid 90s, like in 03 or in the 2000s, like 2003, those were 270 to 295 defensive ends. Peppers was 290. Mike Rucker was around 270. Charles Johnson was 270. I understand what you're saying.
I just want a motherfucker that can get back there.
In the new versions of the 4-3, 250 with speed is your primary defensive ends.
Right.
Want to play defensive end in a 4-3 in Minnesota before they switched to a 3-4.
I just remember some of y'all. We can scrap this whole conversation. We can say fuck this whole thing we talking about. I think I'm like, what the hell is Papa talking about? It don't matter what we talking about. Because the owner switched us to a 3-4.
That's what I just said. And nobody heard me. I said when he came here, he said he wanted 3-4 here. Because he came from Pittsburgh.
Right. I just thought about that, Mike. I didn't hear you, Mike.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna have to switch it back.
Hey, Cody.
That's what he did, bro. That's what he did.
So it doesn't matter what anybody wants.
Let me one go at a time. Jake first.
Defense.
I just kind of wanted to disagree with a little bit with what you said about Canales when you said that, he wants his own people, whatever. If you don't remember, one of the first videos that interviewed him, whatever, one of the main reasons supposedly he wanted him. He wanted Evero. That was one of the main factors that he came here for, was because of
difficult
Evero.
it was for him to compete against him, so he really wanted him to be here. So, like I keep saying, are we sure Evero's going to go, or they just going to go all defense draft like they did last year for Canales?
They can't do that.
Mike, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But
besides, like maybe drafting a right tackle.
Because the head coach is an offensive guy, and the GM will not do an all defensive coach. He said he's going to draft the best available player. And the best available player isn't always on defense.
Of course, I'm not saying he's going to go.
Let's be real. The David Tepper that you guys keep referring to
would
have fired everybody in that building if they uttered the word bench Bryce Young. But the coach got his way, and it turned out to be better. So therefore, David Tepper, in my opinion, is sitting in office somewhere studying his homework. Because coach said, go back up here and let us do the work.
Well,
go back up here and let me do this shit. The owner was the one who drafted Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah. If David Tepper want to try his old ways or whatever, then he'll wind up embarrassing himself again. He see what those guys is doing is working, and somebody alluded to the fact that Evero can't do what he wants to do because he's not the head coach. Canales is the head coach. And Canales should go get the defensive coordinator that he wants. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the 4-3, then he can go get the motherfucker that he wants. Even if it's some dude, look, I don't like the buddy system Because that don't mean your guy gonna come in with the same ump that you got. But look, if he goes out there and gets the best fit defensive coordinator fit for what we trying to do over here, and another thing too that coaches do all the time, even at least at the college level, is a coach would come into a room with all the defensive players and go, look, so it looks like Evero's out. I'm gonna be going for what defense do you guys want to run? 3-4, 4-3.
I said 4-3. I believe that the 4-3.
I believe in that 4-3, bro.
I believe in that 4-3. I believe it's better for stopping the run.
The 3-4 is a bunch of linebackers.
By the way, Wonnum and Clowney are not small. They're both 6'6", 260 plus.
All right, so let me ask these questions.
I want to talk to my beer drinking man, Corona man.
It's gonna hit me with a quick pitch. Because I seen these 3-4 in Pittsburgh and Ravens get these niggas to the playoffs even when their offense is struggling. But it's like since y'all got comfortable with the 4-3 and it worked here before, y'all like let's go to that because it feels normal.
How long are we going to do the same thing over and over and expect different results? It's like
but here's the problem: you never did it the right way. So technically, you never did it over in the first place because you never did it right. You try to do a fast fix-it plan,
How long are you gonna give them to do it the right way? Like how long do they get? How long is that leash for them to even do it the right way? Because right now, this is on his third year. Like, how many more is he gonna need? Just one? Is it two? Like, I don't know, man. To me, there's a lot of concerning consistencies.
Okay, here's the problem. Yeah, I remember y'all saying Robert Schuller, right? I just want to let y'all know he didn't build that defense in San Francisco, and he didn't build that defense in motherfucking New York. So you never seen he build his own defense and make this shit impactful. Somebody else built them shits, and he got lucky, and they drafted the Sauce Gardner to make it go above level. They got lucky they drafted Nick Bosa because they sucked so bad the previous year. So he got these future Hall of Famers that dropped in his lap that made his defense actually click. So I want to know who's the defensive coordinator that y'all seen built some shit and made some shit work.
We're gonna have to look into it. We're gonna have to look into it. We're gonna have to see what options are available. Who's actually out there? And how about this? He has to lose it.
I was just trying to tell you, but
before we replace Ejiro Rivero, we gotta fire him first. He's not fired as of this moment. And like I said, if there's any chance for him to be the defensive coordinator next year, Mike, he has to have a good defensive showing the rest of this year. Because if he doesn't, there's no more excuses, man. They're gonna move on to someone different. To me, it just seems inevitable. But
Vance Joseph. They used to defensive coordinator used to when Sean Payton was there with the Saints.
Yeah, Vance Joseph is the current defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos.
Go get the guy. Go get Bounty Gate guy. What was it? No, not Bounty Gate guy. Go get the guy was like trying to hurt motherfuckers.
Nah, he gone.
Hey, hold on, real quick.
He's actually working with the team.
The guy I was just talking about though, Pickle. He trying to get a head coaching job though.
All of them are. All the good defensive coordinators are trying to get a head coaching job. So that's why I was confused about this conversation. Like all these niggas gonna get head coaching jobs if they good defensive coordinators. They ain't coming to Carolina and taking a lateral movement when they already got the Picasso. They already painted.
What you mean? Look. Now Carolina got. I was the first person to always tell people, and y'all know me. Y'all can vouch when I said, "Don't nobody want to play for the Carolina Panthers." I said, till some shit start changing. It's clearly the shit is changing over here. We got these young boys that ain't just drafted. It's over here balling out. We got one of the best O-lines over here now. You know what I'm saying in the league.
You're not hearing me, boy. I said moving in a lateral movement. That's a lateral movement from defensive coordinator to defensive coordinator. If they're a good defensive coordinator, they're not moving unless they're going to be a head coach.
Get picked up, bro. everybody don't get picked up. So therefore, David Tepper like to spend money. So they're gonna go somewhere where they're gonna get paid.
So let nigga bring that checkbook out, nigga, because that's all.
All right, go ahead, Jake, and then
Nah, I'm just gonna add on Twan right there at the end. That's another thing we got going for it. A blank check to a defensive coordinator, because it will be blank, because he will pay his coach.
Yeah, David Tepper will pay fucking any amount of money, and bro,
Go get the best one though. Go get the best one.
Hey, real quick before we go forward. 74 people watching, 48 thumbs up. Please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell, man. That is the currency of YouTube. That helps us grow as a channel. It helps Panther Nation grow. That's what I need y'all's help to do. Hit the like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Boys, we're going to do it a little bit different. So this is our final segment. Y'all know what we do. I ask everybody for who's going to win the game, what's the final score, and the player of the game. But I'm going to add in another one. What are you most thankful for in Panther Nation right now and going forward into the future? So I need 4 things. Who's going to win? What's the final score? Your player of the game. And y'all got to give me something that you're thankful for, or else I'll keep y'all on here forever. That's how we're going to do it. My man, Jake, I'm going to go with you first, brother. I appreciate you as always.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, give me your final score, player of the game, who's going to win, something you're thankful for, bro.
I'm probably copying, who am I copying? Who said it earlier? Damn it. Kyle. I think he said 24-21 or something similar to that. And my player of the game is going to be the same one, Chuba. I'm going with Chuba Hubbard. And what I'm most thankful for is y'all, man. C3, everybody. Just all y'all. I mean, y'all make my week every day. I mean, I love all y'all, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all.
You, man. The C3 Legion, baby, be strong. Appreciate you, brother. Al the Sailor, who's going to win? What's the final score? Player of the game. And
27-20. I'm going to go with the Bucks, bro. My bad, dude. 27-20, the Bucks. The player of the game is going to be fucking this guy from fucking Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. He's going to fucking show up. And what I'm thankful for is every content creator that gives me time to speak on their platform, that lets me hear whatever you guys are doing. Like, I enjoy this. I enjoy this. That I enjoy this. Even talking shit with you, fucking goddamn Twan's fucking crazy ass.
It's all good, man. We all need
it. I enjoy this. I enjoy talking. I enjoy talking.
Yes, sir.
A lot. So, but like, thank you guys. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving from yesterday, belated.
Yep. Happy belated Thanksgiving to you, Al.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
And awesome. That's what I enjoy, bro.
Much love. Anytime, man. That's what we wanted to do. I want, free for all is for free for all. Damn it. It's in the title.
For everybody.
It's in the title. Everybody. It's literally in the title. All right, hey, my man Mike Dynasty King, I appreciate you, brother, for coming on the show today. Great discussions all around. Give me your player of the game, who's going to win, final score, and what are you thankful for, bro?
Final score 27-24. Carolina. Player of the game is actually going to be Bryce. He's going to do his first 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I like that.
And thankful for, like he said, these podcasts, man. A lot of people don't know I stay in a place that's far from home, so I don't see family. So this is my way to connect with family and feel like home some nights.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. Hey, absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Yeah, man. Let me go to my man Poppin from the Black Cat Panther Podcast. Check him out. Give him the likes. Pop, talk to me, bro. Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Final score.
2-3 wins.
Who's your player of the game?
Need your mic, Twan. You thankful for your wings.
That man's hungry,
all right, listen.
Go ahead.
21-27.
My fault, man.
Temple. Player of the game, I think it's gonna be the running back Bucky Irvin. That boy is special. There's something about him that is just ridiculously special, man. I like him. That's my slogan. They get on me about that on Black Cat. I like him. Hashtag I like him. Y'all know. I'm not gonna say Bryce gonna have a bad game. I just think, like I said, they're an organization that has been winning and know how to win and is trying to keep that going. What I'm thankful for, man, I'm thankful for C3, Cody, C3, everything. Cody, me and him got a special relationship. Twan Don from the 704 Charlotte Band, we got a special relationship. I'm thankful for the other podcasters. I'm thankful for the Black Cat Panther podcast. The guys over there, all of them, I have a special relationship with them. They are my brothers, even though we treat each other like stepchilds. But I love y'all all. Y'all know it's genuine with me. You ain't never got to worry about if I'm gonna have your back or not. And I'm thankful for Panther Nation. And hey, y'all keep it real with me. We keep it real with y'all. Yeah, that's what I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Yeah, just like my family, y'all are my extended family. So I'm thankful for all y'all.
That's it, man. That's love right there. Appreciate you, Pop. Love you, dog. Hey, man, this community that we've all built around these Panthers podcasts, but we spend more time with each other than we do some of our real life friends. like that's the real shit. Like I talk to y'all more than some people I grew up with. So it's like that's real, man. Y'all check out Black Cat Panther Podcast. Go give them their likes and subscribes. Twan Don, the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. I appreciate you as always, brother. Give me your final score. Who's gonna win? Your player of the game, and what you're thankful for in Panther Nation.
Player of the game. I think I'm going with I think Bryce is gonna link up with the guy again, man.
Baguette.
Nah, the guy that was
Sanders.
David Moore.
David Moore. It's between David Moore. It's between David Moore and I told y'all every week I'm gonna say Chuba, but between those two, I don't do score predictions no more. But I do got Tampa to win the game. I'm not even interested in winning. I just want to see the team play well. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be able to pick as high as we can. I mean, we need that, and
all right.
What I'm thankful for, man, like my immediately think is, I'm thankful for all the friendships in life, the associations. I'm most thankful to Allah for being alive. And I'm thankful for my brother 704. He just had a heavenly birthday 2 days ago. And a Stepling grade, man. Reason why the 704 Charlotte Bound Show exists. So I'm thankful for having known that brother as long as I did, man. And
still weird not seeing him in our chat rooms, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That was awesome, Twan. Appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna go second to last year. I'll let Pickle close it out, but I will say that the Carolina Panthers are gonna get this dub. I think it's gonna be, man, I'm gonna go for it. I think it's gonna be 30-24. I think Carolina's gonna they're gonna do that thing. And my player of the game is JC Horn, baby. I think he's gonna have one interception.
This guy.
One interception, and he's gonna have a pick.
You definitely got Jersey,
baby. What's up, baby? Fuck with me. I'm about that. I
bet you in a Gamecock jersey.
I mean, you ain't had to bring that up, Pop. That was kind of cold, to be honest. But
my bad,
hey, know what? As long as he's wearing them Carolina Panthers colors, that's my dog right there.
Well, you might not even like JC Horn for what they about to do to your ass on Saturday.
I mean, hey, wish you may, wish you might. The Tigers are gonna be all right. What's up? All right.
Bars.
The thing I am thankful for. One, all of
y'all. LSU Tigers.
Bro, the C3 Panthers podcast has giving me the opportunity to meet so many incredibly cool people from all around the country. Y'all are my brothers. I feel like I know y'all, man. And I do know y'all. That's an incredible thing that we've been able to do over the past couple of years, hanging out online, bullshitting, talking Panther football. And, hey, man, I am thankful for this Carolina Panthers. Straight up, for all the hardships, for all the bullshit that we go through, man. I just have this feeling like we're going to come through the end of this tunnel and we're finally going to hit those good times again. And we're all going to collectively be able to say we went through that shit together. We went through the Matt Rule and Frank Reich years together. We went through the bullshit. We went through Teddy Bridgewater and Taylor Heineke and
Bridgewater was good though. Bridgewater was good.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember that shit. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on from that shit, bro. I'm trying to move on from these old days, bro. So I'm thankful, man. Happy to have the Carolina Panthers literally in my backyard, man. Not even 10 minutes down the street from me, man. I could be at the stadium. So, man, I'm loving it. I appreciate the Panthers. I appreciate y'all. Panther Pickle, I'm going to let you have the final say on the show tonight, man. Who's going to win? What's your final score? Player of the game? And what are you thankful for in Panther Nation, brother?
I think it's going to be 21-7 Panthers. I think our offensive line is going to dominate the defensive line, and we're going to run the Jesus out of the ball. Now, that's just my opinion. And shout out to David Moore. He's a guy that, if you don't know it, I said was nothing, was going to be nothing. It was going to be a camp follower and was going to get cut, and
I
wasn't
agree,
worth our
Pickle.
time. And I was wrong.
All right.
So I was wrong.
Takes a big man to admit when you was wrong.
So, I've been wrong about a few things here this year. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my C3 family, for my internet family, because there's been things in my life that I don't know that I'd be here today if it wasn't for y'all support, because the real world's tough. And sometimes when you get on here and you get wrapped up in talking football and you get wrapped up in your shows and your podcast and your spaces, you get an opportunity to forget about the real world.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
Thank you, Pickle.
And,
Hold on. Pickle, you forgot one more thing. That ice cream.
No, I had it earlier before the show.
Thankful for that ice cream, though.
But yeah. I'd be more thankful. I'd be more thankful if my son leaves it alone long enough.
Oh shit, he better get his own.
But
He about to snatch that ice cream up.
Yeah, but
all right, man.
Yeah,
but it's been a fantastic show, boys.
I'm thankful for Georgia Tech, who's going to beat the Bulldogs tonight.
Hey, shout out Red Swarm. Shout out Red Swarm. Shout out to the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, this has been another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All. My name is Cody Lashley. We will be back. Shut that shit up, Pickle. We will be back. We'll be back this Sunday at 4:30 for another edition of the C3 post game show. My name is Cody Lashley. Signing off, ladies and gentlemen. C3 Nation, C3 Legion. Keep pounding.
Big ass up.